Hey, your employees are not smiling tonight. I'm worried about these guys.
They're not smiling.
No. When I come in here.
All right, man. They're serious.
We're live?
We're live.
Oh, we're live.
No one's smiling.
No one's smiling. We're smiling. Hey, it's great to be with you all. Tackle Shop Confessions. Tonight is a very special night. I don't know why, but it's a special night, Sam. It's special because there's a big truck out there. Hey, there's Steve. Yes.
Might as well.
Take it.
Yeah.
Why not, Steve?
Today's the show before the show.
The show before the big show. The big show is coming up, and we're talking about the Hall Show at the Long Beach Convention Center, which is going to be starting Thursday and running through Sunday. 12 noon it opens up on Thursday. Going to be big, Sam.
It's going to be big.
You know, we came down here and did a little preview on the discounts. Those got thousands of views, so a lot of people have already seen that. And tonight we have a raffle going on. We're giving away 2 custom rods from Z Custom Rods. And that is the one and only Chuck Zimmer. We also have some beautiful dikes that we're giving away, Angler R pliers, and a Friedman Adventures tumbler. What do you call that?
Yeah,
Something like that, right?
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you'd
Hydro
like that.
flask? No, that's not.
Hydro flask, whatever it is.
Whatever. Is this the one that blows up in your face?
That's it?
I've seen the video.
Yeah, I got one for Steve, actually. So if you want to get in on this, by the way, you can still do it for about an hour longer. There's all the info. $5 for 1 ticket, $20 for 5 tickets. I think that's a $25 value.
Yes, it is.
$20,
Yep.
right?
5 times 5.
Man, my math teacher, Sister Mary Knickknack, in grammar school would. There he is. He gets the news late. Let me tell you. You know.
How'd you do that picture with him? Did he send you that? Is that one of his pictures?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, him and a guy named Gacy in Chicago.
Is it?
Yeah, who went to jail for doing, that guy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, those 2 guys, they had it up in the Hall of Fame for weird childhood nightmare stuff. All right, so if you want to get in, there's still time. Chuck Zimmer's running around. At the end of the show, we will be doing the drawing. And we have some people here in our studio audience who are hiding. We got Ed Rudolph, he's over there. Ed, of course, was on our 8-day trip. Michael Limon, Dan Lightfoot, Chuck Zimmer, Mackey, Doug Tilk, and a host of other people.
Bunch of other people.
Yes, a host of other people. So, Sam, are you going crazy? You don't look like it. You look like you're under control and ready to go.
I'm under control and ready to go. For sure, yeah.
That's a sure sign you're not ready.
Well, the good thing is we got a couple days of setup, and so typically as we're setting up, we're figuring out what we didn't do, what we forgot to do, things like that. And so, I don't mind making game time decisions when we get down there, and sometimes we're like, well, this doesn't fit how I thought, so let's take that back and let's bring the other thing in, stuff like that. So even though I try to prepare as much as we can, that stack of rods right there, that's still going to be going to the show. So there's still a bunch of stuff that we're going to be taking down, but we went a little bit different because we have a bigger booth this year. Normally, back in the day we were doing 20 by 40, and then last year we did a 20 by 60, and this year we're 30 by 60. So there's a lot of framework, and so that kind of filled up the truck a little bit faster than we normally do, and so we have a few straggling things. But so tomorrow is going to be kind of just putting up the framework. Actually, Chris Navarro is going to be coming to help us out.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and a couple other cool guys that Ray and a few guys you don't know, but they're going to come help us out. They help us out at actually all the shows, and they're very, very, very good at what they do, and we've done it a bunch of times. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get in at a proper time. That's the other part of it too. Sometimes you get down there, and I just go down there early just to get in there as soon as I can. And sometimes they let us in at 8. As soon as we get there, we're like, all right, go on in,
Yeah.
And sometimes we're sitting there till noon.
Yeah, I know.
And so, and since the days are shorter, before you know it, it's getting dark, and we're like, man, how long have we been here already, So we try to get in there as quick as we can and get set up. So that's going to be our main focus for tomorrow, is getting the framework set up, all the grid wall, all the racks, register area, real cases, and things like that.
Thursday through Sunday, the Long Beach Convention Center, man. It's going to be a great show this year.
Yeah.
It's really looking good, man.
Yeah.
People are excited about it.
Like
I said, that little thing we did, I got so many comments, and it was great. I'm feeling good
and
about
it's
this.
not really related to us so much, but I'm pretty excited to see, what Bass Pro brings. They're a competitor, in a way, but but also they have the potential for making that show, something that maybe other people want to come down for, and they have obviously a huge marketing budget and a huge marketing potential, much more than I know how to do. I can't hardly send emails. Those guys are experts. That's what they do. So hopefully those guys are going to bring in expertise and just another facet to the show that we haven't seen. So that's pretty exciting for me. I hope it brings something that we haven't seen before.
That's a very good way for you to look at it. I admire you for that, seriously, because you could say, oh, they're competitors, and man, why are they coming to the show? But they're just going to bring more people in who are going to walk by your booth and maybe stop by.
And, arguably, Bass Pro is not really the same thing that we do.
That's right.
So guy comes in and they're getting ready for from a half day, to a 10-day trip. We got them all covered. We have all of the biggest gear, the best gear, and also some intermediate stuff, But, Bass Pro is a huge operation, and even though they are, they'll sell freshwater and saltwater stuff, they sell a bunch of other stuff. You go into their stores, and at the very least, at least kind of what I can give them credit for is that, a guy goes in there with their kid or whatever, and there's no doubt that they're going to be amazed by the presentation that they have. All the mounts, the fish tank, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
If I was a young kid going in there for the first time, I definitely would be someone that would leave with a great impression. And so if they bring people into fishing in general, then eventually that guy's going to end up going on the half-day boat and then graduating out of that, and then he's going to want to buy Trinidad's and CalStars, and that's where we come in. So our business isn't to try to get everybody in the world who fishes. That's not what we're trying to do. And even Bass Pro's not doing that either. There's no way for them to be able to have the personnel that's going to be able to get a guy to fish, this lake specifically, or this boat specifically, or to tell a guy, you know what, man, on that boat, they have an overhang, so you can only take 7.5-foot rods. That kind of knowledge that is going to make or break a trip for a guy, to have that, the little things like that, Or maybe an older guy that, that says, hey, you know what, maybe not that boat, but this other boat has like 3 staterooms on deck level, man, that's the boat you want to go on. Or maybe it has stuff, whatever. All that kind of stuff is what we're into. And so I think that eventually if they graduate out of that, they're going to come to us. And so, the more people that they bring into the sport, the better.
Absolutely, 100%. Hit that like button, everybody. It's so good to be coming to you live from Island Fishing Tqckle here in Carson, California, as we get ready for the Hall Show. Mackie, who is on the other side of the camera tonight, yours truly, a guy named Chuck Myers, who filmed for Michael Folks for many, many years. Yeah. The 3 of us are going to be covering the show, and really looking forward to that. So make sure you say hi. And the only day that we might not be there, although Sam is making me feel really guilty, is Friday, because I may have to go down and jump in a quick meeting in Mexico. Oh, God. I told Diego I'd come and visit him. I don't know. Diego had back surgery. He's recuperating for 3 months. I told him I'd come and visit him, too. So it's a mission of
So Diego's not going to be there next week, right?
Would be where?
Is he moving? Is he moving out of the country or something?
No. Well, yeah, but the meeting's not going to be there.
But the dates will be there. Or do they need you to be there to
Victor asked
pick
me
the
to
dates?
Come down. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Did you tell him? Did you had something going on?
I did tell him, yeah.
There was a conflict?
I did. We're working that out.
We'll see who wins that.
But everybody is there, I mean, it's one place where all the pangueros and everybody are there, and they want to hear the gringos broken Spanish there, man. All right, good stuff. Hey, you want me to read a couple comments?
Let's get started, yeah.
I will mention to you, however, though, there was a bluefin caught out of Popotla today.
Okay.
Pangero down there had a bluefin tuna, and there was a big one caught down there out of K&M Sportfishing in San Quintin. The boys that were out, Max on the, they struck out pretty much. They had one bluefin on the Old Glory. They covered a lot of water.
So they were seeing some fish, though, right?
Yeah, they saw a little bit. But
and that zone had fish just a week ago.
Correct.
So that stuff's around. And
it's around, man. Yeah.
And when you got 2 boats looking in 8,000 square miles of area,
100%.
You're just not always going to hit them right on the
100%.
head.
That's why I'm optimistic about like the Pangero out there getting the bluefin today, and then down at K&M. So,
well, you know what it could be is maybe the albacore just started letting all the bluefin get into our zone.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could very well be.
Going to be kind of like an Ohio State, defensive line that just won't let anybody go through.
I saw that firsthand. Believe me, my kids were worse than me.
I bet.
I was like, it's over with. I'm done.
Yeah, turn it off.
Great season, boys. Notre Dame football all the way. All right, Tommy Tar. I have an Akuma Komodo in need of repair. Will Akuma or anybody be doing reel repairs at the Hall show?
No, not that I know of. I know back in the day, Shimano would do something like that. If you brought your reel down, it was kind of limited. You couldn't bring down 40 reels or something like that. I think they would do a couple of reels for you. And then Ken's would kind of be fixing reels there. I don't think you can bring a reel to them. They would just be bringing some of their work that they already had, from what I remember, and just kind of showing the process that they do when they do work on reels. So no, unfortunately, I haven't heard of anybody doing that. I will say that there will be guys from Akuma there. They'll have a booth. You may be able to drop something off, or at least talk to them as to what's the easiest way to get something to them. And my experience has been so far with Akuma is whenever I send our customers to them, they're pretty good. They're pretty quick. A lot of times, if you schedule it, guys even will go out there if you have several reels. It's pretty common. They'll take out maybe 5 or 6 reels, and they'll get them done same day. Or they arrange to ship them out depending on how busy they are. So, from what I've seen, their customer service has been really, really good over the years. I wouldn't hesitate to try to call them and either set something up, or when you get down to the show, talk to those guys, and they'll tell you the same thing. Akuma's been really, really good about customer service, but I don't think they're going to have someone there doing it right there. If you don't find somebody, we do it here. I know that most tackle shops up and down the coast, they do a pretty good job of, they either have somebody in-house or they have somebody close to the shop that kind of they outsource to, and I think you shouldn't have any trouble finding somebody.
Yeah, come down here, Tommy. Peter will take really, really good care of you, that's for sure. Akuma's giving away the rail rod, right?
Yeah, that's the big deal.
Somebody
Yeah.
hasn't, and can they come to your booth and buy the reel and then go get the rod?
So that's how it's going to work. Akuma at their booth is bringing some rail rods to give away for anybody buying a Makaira reel from a size 15T to a 50. And so there is a limited number though, and from what I've seen so far, just the enthusiasm over the promotion, I don't think they're going to last through Sunday. I mean, personally,
I mean, the response that I saw on the stuff we did was
so
off the hook.
I mean, it really depends on your position. Maybe you're a guy who only wants CalStar rods or Sheikah rods or United Composite, and you already have 20 of them, and you're not going to really want a rod that's another brand. Maybe that might be something where you may not see the value. But where I see the value is that, well, first of all, it's a rod that works. In fact, they gave me one of those rods to give away on our 11-day. Guy got like a 240-pounder on it. So proof right there that rod had no problem catching a big fish. But the way, the other part that I see as a benefit is, let's say, that you thought to yourself, well, I want to go to the show and I want to buy a rod and reel, 80-pound rod and reel. And no matter how you slice it, it's going to cost you damn near $1,000. I mean, yeah, with the discounts and things like that, you might get it down to about $700 or $650 or something like that, and get yourself a rod and reel, which isn't bad, something to catch you a 200-pound tuna, but you're probably going to have to cut back on the reel side of it. The rods, there's a lot of good options out there that are going to be below $400 in that $300 range, but the reels, it's either you spend the $600 or it's the $300. Well, what this does is that $300 that you're saving on the rod, you're basically spending it on the reel, and now you're getting a rod and reel for what you were going to pay for a different rod and reel if you didn't buy that Makaira. So to me, you're basically getting the same deal as if you were getting a quote-unquote budget setup, but you're getting a first-rate, premium reel. So that to me is kind of how I would approach it. And if you're looking to upsize your gear and get something that's going to handle fish over 150 pounds, I've never seen a better deal than this.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds so good. That's such a good deal. That range of reels that you said you can buy and get the free rod, what is the least expensive reel in that range, and how much is it?
So it's $589. That's for the 15T. And that reel there is actually a pretty versatile reel. It's the size of reel you can fish. I mean, probably not made for, but you can fish as light as like 40 pound on it, but really is more comfortable in like 60 or 80 pound. But it has all the guts. You could probably fish 100 on it, but it doesn't hold that much line, but to do that with. But it's a very, very powerful reel in a really small package. $589 for that small reel, and then you get the rod with it.
Awesome. Yeah. Love it. Surging past 100 viewers already. I say no more Monday Night Football. Screw Monday Night Football. The folks are back with Tackle Shop Confessions. Dan Smith, Dan and beautiful San Diego, California. Dan, Kim, I hope you guys are doing good. Hello, Phil, Sam, Michael, and crew. Those guys are all watching us down there in San Diego. Great people, for sure. Paul D. Guadio. Hey, Phil and Sam, I'm so stoked this time of year. Can't wait to go to the Hall and Pacific Coast sport fishing shows. Paul, right on, man.
There you go, man.
That's the spirit, you know. And Sam, not only is it a great place to get discounts, not only is it a great place to come by your Island Fishing Tqckle, but you see the guys you fish with during the year, and you get to, it's the camaraderie of the sport fishing groups of people.
No, I agree, you know, and you know, the hall shows, you know, is something that I think for a lot of people, it's like they've had a streak, you know, they've gone for the last, you know, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years or whatever. And at the very, very root of it, you know, I mean, yeah, you're there to maybe get a deal or whatever, but you just kind of be there. You want to be around like-minded people, you know, you want to go down there and be around other guys that fish, you know, or girls or whatever. And, you know, you go down there and you may just walk by the Alaska booth, or you might walk by, you know, the guy who's selling, you know, other stuff or whatever. But, you know, we've always had that to a degree. And no matter what, you always walk by and grab a brochure and think, oh, maybe I'll go this year. And maybe you do, maybe you don't. But that's kind of what inspires us to grow our hobby, you know, within yourself. So maybe this year you take a Cedros trip, or maybe you take a long range trip, or maybe you take a trip up to British Columbia or whatever. I mean, there's so many, or Baja, you know, all the Baja resorts, you know. So I think it's cool to go down there and sometimes kind of look for that inspiration and just kind of do something a little bit out of your comfort. So it's pretty cool.
All right, very good. Hit that like button. Jim Hendricks from CCA tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., discussing the no-take sand bass possibility here in Southern California, what you can do to help CCA leave that whole thing open. So that'll be good to see, Jim.
Yeah, pretty important.
Looking forward to that. Dave Rosenthal, who won one of these rods last week.
That's right.
Just a little bit more time, everybody. $5 for a raffle ticket tonight. Chuck is busily inputting names over there. $5, $20 for 5 tickets. 2 custom rods tonight at the end of the show. A couple of these dikes here, and David Rosenthal's Angler R pliers. David, it was great to see you with that win. That's one. Is that one of them, Jack? Yeah.
What rod is this? The Zeus 3.
The Zeus 3.
United Composites rod here. This is actually probably one of their most popular models.
Is it?
In that line, yeah. This has become kind of like the do-all. They make 2 steps. They make a heavier one, well, all the way to a Zeus 6. But this Zeus 3 has really become kind of the favorite. So that's pretty cool giveaway.
That's a gorgeous wrapping job there for a guy that's been wrapping rods for 2 weeks.
I know.
Yeah, right?
Finish work is good too.
Beautiful, Chuck. Hey, if you want to win that $5, man, you can win that tonight. Isaac, a.k.a. The Sack, good evening, gentlemen, and all you Friedman Adventures family members. Any reports on the commercial fleet quota for bluefin? I need to follow up on that. That's another reason I need to go to Mexico.
Oh, they're done.
Because I couldn't make a phone call and find that information out. Are they done?
Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you are. There's the answer right
That's
here.
taken care of.
That's one phony reason I can't go to Mexico, huh? You know, the real reason I want to go is I want to pass through Tecate and have carne asada tacos at Los Amigos. All right, there you are. Let me jump back up here. Man, there's a lot of freaking comments on here. 100 people watching. It's getting out of control. Current Jam. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the show. Same here. Other than fishing equipment, what are your must-have items on long fishing trips?
Yeah, that's depends on how long it is. But obviously, you take your personal stuff, like you know stuff you're gonna take a shower with, stuff like that. I mean, one of the things that you might is depending on yourself, but a lot of guys that I see now taking those like tech shirts or those what do they call it, UPF shirts or whatever.
Yeah,
that's become a super popular thing. So you're gonna be in the sun all day long. And what it does is it kind of cuts down on how much sunblock you got to put on. Sometimes that stuff you got to put it on 5-6 times a day, and we never do. You put it on in the morning, and before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You're like, oh man, I'm burned up,
Yeah, yeah.
So I've done it a million times. So stuff like that. I mean, take stuff. If most of the boats have Wi-Fi now, so if you wanted to take a tablet or something like that with some movies, I know a lot of guys do that. Kind of get away if you're on a travel day, but. Man, that's a tough one. I mean, most of my stuff that I take is tackle. What do you take?
Like all camera stuff and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
to shoot video with, and that's it. What's that?
Chair.
A
Yeah,
chair. Yeah,
chairs
I
are
try.
good. Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that, and then you got to go into Point Loma and spend $40 or whatever. I make Scott do that though. I
Yeah.
guilt trip him in to get me a chair.
I like taking like one of these guys here. Most of the boats have like
That's a good idea.
Yeah, they'll make fresh water every day, and so that's a way to kind of keep yourself hydrated. But if I think of something else, I'll
Yeah,
blurt
we're
it
going
out
to
later.
ruminate on that a little bit.
Yeah, Ed had a really good recommendation.
Yeah.
Is depending on your feet, I know I have it in mind. In my boots, I put those inserts in there. Stay comfortable. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, especially some of these trips, man. You're fishing day and night, man. You might be on your feet for 10, 12 hours or something
Yeah.
like that. So that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Dr. Scholl's foot support
Yep.
BS, whatever it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. All right, there you are. All right, Calico Chris, rank Calico Chris. Good to see you. Hi, Phil, Sam, and the Friedman Adventures family. Countdown to the Hall Show. See you all there.
There it is, man. There it is.
Woo! And Sarge says hello. Sarge, good to see you, my friend. Hopefully we'll see you at the show. Any more deals or offers for the show? Isaac wants to know. You got anything new, Sam, to tell everybody?
I actually have a list on my desk over there, but a lot of the same stuff I was talking about. One of the big ones was those blanks. A lot of blanks that were putting at like 40%, and I think we were doing some of those knife jigs too from Nomad. Those finally came in. There's a whole kind of rack of those that's going to be half off. So a lot of that stuff is tuna oriented, but also for you guys that are getting into the deep water rock cod, slow pitch stuff, it'll work good for that too. We got a whole bunch of hooks, a whole bunch of lures, that are going to be on sale. I know we're also doing our older discontinued Shimano reels, those Talicas, that I think a lot of shops kind of already put a big sale on earlier in the year when the new ones came out. So we'll be doing that as well. But yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. I should go get that list at some point.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll take a little. Oh, is that the list right there?
This
How did
is
Mackie get it?
well, no, this is just the blanks.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the blanks as low as like $35 or $30 or something like that. This is actually only half a list. I actually even doubled this list already. It's gone the other way. But everything down from like $30, yeah, all the way up to like $100 or whatever, and that's going to be the price that we sell some of that stuff for. Also, too, I got some of the word on some of the CalStar stuff, pricing wise.
Oh yeah, we were curious about that.
Yeah, he's still kind of working on it. He sent me a partial list, so it looks like we're going to be able to offer a pretty good discount on those as well. So a rod that used to cost, let's say, like $800 is going to be down in that $500 range or something like that.
Nice.
So that's going to be pretty good.
And CalStar's back in the game again, right?
Back in the game, they are producing. They're going to be working on producing more stuff. They are moving into a new building. Still going to be in Gardena. I guess they just put the order in and scheduled the receiving all brand new equipment. That's going to be a pretty big deal. I'm pretty excited to see if they let me go in there and check that out. I'd like to see how they set that up and put all the new stuff there. But so that's going to be exciting too. So they're a few months away before they're up and running, so to speak, as far as their new stuff. They are going to be running from the email that I got today. They are going to be kind of running two shops for a little while, running the old shop still while the new one's getting set up. And so that's going to be a lot of work for a while. A lot of that's going to happen after the show, from what I understand, and coming into the PCS show. I think they're going to be having some more of that done. But man, that CalStar stuff is going to be back in the game for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to hear. 120 plus people watching right now. Thank you all for being with us. The raffle's going on tonight. Tickets right there. Just Venmo Chuck. He'll put you in there. Sam's going to run off and get the list so he can tell you more about what is going on. Once again, Jim Hendricks, CCA, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. And then after that, the morning briefing. And then after that, maybe we're going to do a podcast. We've got it in the can, but it's going to be with a rod wrapper who's going to be at the show. And it is our very own, what's her first name? David Bacon's daughter?
Tiffany Vague.
Tiffany Vague. Thank you. Tiffany Vague. We're going to have Tiffany and David on the show either tomorrow or the next day. And that's going to be a booth that you're definitely going to want to visit. Go ahead, Sam.
So a couple of the big ones. I got a long list here, so I won't go through every single one, but I'll just kind of highlight some of the big ones. AFTCO cyclofluorocarbon. They're kind of new to the game, new being like in the last 5 years or so. But it's been a quality line and something that's worked out pretty good. They're changing the packaging size to a smaller packaging, And so all the old stuff, it's the same fluorocarbon, but in the old packaging. And the fluorocarbon isn't old. They just had to run through all that packaging. Well, they're giving us a special deal. We're doing that for half off. So that's right there. I think that's going to be a big deal for you guys that use a lot of fluorocarbon, fish a lot. That's going to be a really good one. Mad Max, they're not being discontinued or nothing like that. We just got a lot of them. So we're doing 40% off on those Mad Max. I mean, that was a lure that, got you started in your internet thing here. You know, that was one of those first ones, that kind of hit big,
Yep.
The fact that we had those things. But so those would be 40% off.
That was at a time when the Ensenada guys were fishing them, and you kind of had that dope, and then you broke it, and it was great.
Yeah, at the time, it was kind of like, I kind of took the chance and talked to the guys from Nomad, and it was kind of just starting to percolate a little bit, and I said, I'll take all of them. They only had so many, but they're like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'll take them all, and we were like the hot spot for a little while.
That was awesome, yeah.
Also, in the Nomad line, they have a new DTX, which is kind of primarily what we use it for, is more of that wahoo fishing. They came out with a new version with the DTX HD, and they're discontinuing the old one. We're just getting rid of the old ones here. 40% off on those. And I mentioned those Nomad jigs, and that's pretty much it. Besides those blanks, that's like a super deep discount, but everything we have in the booth is going to be discounted. Taddy, Salas, JRI, all that stuff's going to be a discount price, and so on. So there's a huge long list here. I'm sure somebody's going to maybe ask for it, but yeah, pretty good deals.
Pretty good, man. Outstanding.
Yeah, really good deals, I think. Yeah, I mean, definitely reason to go down there. I mean, you're probably going to spend some money on blanks there, Chuck, for sure, man. It's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Thank you very much.
Save up you guys' money, and some of the stuff, like I said, it's to kind of clear out some inventory. So there's not going to be any kind of like, special orders or nothing like that. It's whatever we have, and so there are a few items that we got 20, 30 of them, 24 of them, and some of them we got 3 or 4. And so I would try to get down there on Thursday, because I'm almost positive those ones that we have 3 or 4 of as the guys, that's what we're going to be getting asked for the whole rest of the weekend. So come on down and get the good deals.
All right, beautiful stuff with 120 people watching. Dan Smith says he can't make the shows this year. He's helping his mom on the weekends and catching bugs weeknights. God bless you for taking care of your mom. That's great stuff, Dan. And send me a bug or two, will you, man? That would be great. Real Time says, good evening, you all. David Petroy. Hello, Phil. Sam, do they make a small knife jig holder that can fit in horizontal stand-up tackle bag that will fit in my bag? Holds 4 boxes.
I'm not sure. Well, I mean, they do make a little bit smaller jig bag. I think that BFT Tackle has one, and then Mac 12 has one too. It's kind of more of a roll-up, kind of what you would use like for older trolling feathers and things like that. I know guys use that. The only limitation is that some of them, they're not very long. So if you have some of those longer jigs, it may or may not fit. So that's probably what you're going to be finding. I think that's kind of what you're asking for. And they actually roll up pretty small, so you'd probably even be able to put maybe 2 in one of those little tray shelves. I guess you'd be taking out a tray to put that in, but that's probably the best. There's a few different ones out there, and I'm sure you'll see them at the shows.
All right, great stuff. Mario Mazon says, good evening, Sam and Phil. Good evening, Mario. So excited for the show. Taking my almost 3-year-old son and almost 5-year-old daughter to hopefully catch their first fish.
That's awesome.
In the trout pond.
Yeah, that's when
that's a beautiful
we
thing,
forgot
Mario.
to mention that. I mean, that trout pond is a very popular feature. Long lines, and guys, taking their kids to take them out. It's definitely worth it, man. I mean, for a lot of kids, it's the first fish they'll ever catch, and generally they're easy to hook. Generally, but you never know. But generally they're easy to hook. I think they kind of almost work where they try to fish one part of the school, and they're trying to kind of rotate to another part of the school, and they got it figured out. But that's a really cool deal for anybody who has kids. Take them down and catch a trout.
Hey, and Mario, if you happen to see me hanging out with Mackie or anybody, grab us and we'll come out there, and we'd love to shoot some video of
That's
you
awesome.
and the kids, man. That would be great. So that's awesome, man. Way to go. That is fantastic. Don't forget, hey, these rods and dikes and all this stuff is going to be raffled off at the end of the show. Starting to push 130 people watching the show. Chris Navarro, good evening, Grandpa Phil. I'll see you mañana, Sam. I am. There's one of your volunteers to
Yeah,
help
he's
you
coming on
out.
down, help out, man. Looking forward to it, Chris.
Chris, good luck in the raffle tonight.
There is. I know for sure that Brian Wynn's doing some. I know that Tiffany's doing some as well with some of the different rod wrappers.
She's got a whole bunch of guys. Yeah, Brian's doing a bunch of stuff, right?
He's doing a bunch of stuff too. I know there's a couple other guys I've seen post up.
Oh, Michael Limon.
Yeah.
Dock fishing seminar.
A dock fishing seminar.
And you'll be there on Saturday talking about all the things you saw in
Mexico.
In Mexico,
Yeah,
right?
I'm supposed to MC the ladies anglers thing.
Oh,
with
that's
Mark.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's on Friday, isn't it?
Oh, probably. Hey, Mackie, he doesn't want us going to Mexico, man. That's 142 people watching the
Jesus.
show. Woo! Rock and roll. Thank you for being here, everybody. Hit that like button. Deeply appreciate it. Starting to push up to 150. All kinds of great specials. We'll be talking more about that tonight. Great raffle. There's who you contact. Chuck Zimmer from Z-Rods. Z Custom Rods.
Z-Rods.
Z something. Yeah. What was that? World War Z. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
It was a pretty good movie.
Yeah?
Brad Pitt. Yeah. World War Z, man. Yeah, you take off. A zombie thing. All right. Chris Navarro. That Zeus rod has my name on it. Be sure to put 2 RRs in the Navarro on the rod. Dale Grauberger is one of the greatest guys. Before I read his comment, a lot of people say for a gringo, you're all over Mexico. This guy, he's so good because he's got his kids. His kids are grown now. They get on their bike, ride into Mexico, go all over TJ, go down to Telefonica and have beer and tacos, and he is all over. Dale, it's great to see you here tonight, my friend. Thanks for the heads up on the show and raffle. Looking forward to a great fishing season. Dale, one of the days we're going to meet up down there in Mexico. Maybe Friday. Oh, no. Sam won't let me go. Yeah, I forgot. Live free, die free. Good evening, gentlemen. Always good to see you. I see you every morning on the morning briefing. Zeno, 1, is that how that goes? Hey, guys, top of the PM. That means afternoon, Sam. Phil, Sam, Mackie, and the Friedman Adventures family. Great to see you. Danny Illustri had a comment up there and took it down. Danny, if you're still watching, man, you're number one. You guys brought so much life to our 8-day trip. Man, that was a lot of fun with you guys, partying it up all the time and just really having fun. Southern Hallie, good evening, gentlemen. Glad I can watch the show today. I've been working 16 hours a day for the past 2 weeks to help restore power to those who were affected by the fires in Calabasas. Blessings to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. All right, this is a good one, huh? You going to read that name or you want me to? Dylan, Pavan, Vivcam. I screwed that up. Please forgive me. I thank you for being here.
Pravang Vinkam.
Yeah, I know, right? Pravang Kingcom. Hello, Phil, Sam. We butchered your name, man. You can just punch me the next time you see me.
Just imagine your days in China.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That was really...
What's wrong with you, man?
Sam, what do you think that's a Chinese name? That's far from a
it just made
Chinese
me think of
name.
that. I don't know why.
Sam, do you have any bearing upgrade kits for Pen Fathom Start Drag Reels? I'll make that. I'm going to practice your name tonight. I know
Dylan,
you're in the raffle, too. Good luck.
Mr. P, actually, we do carry a little bit of some, what are those bearings called?
Those are called bearing upgrades.
The Boca bearings, yeah. Ceramic bearings, we do have some of those. But honestly, the stainless bearings, just your standard bearings, is about as good as you can get. One of the things you could do to try to improve some maybe casting performance is getting some of the thicker oil out of them. They do make some of that thinner bearing oil and kind of replace it with that. So you want to kind of heat those up and get that other oil out of there and get in the thinner oil. And that's probably going to be the best thing, even on just your stock bearings.
Omar Hernandez, who has an event that he'll be involved in at a lake. What lake was that? Omar, you're going to have to write that up there again. We want to let everybody here on Tackle Shop Confessions know about it for kids this weekend. But Omar says, I want the Zeus rod too. I'll pair it with my wife's Athena, LOL. I like it. And I hope you're in here. I know you are. Isaac, I thought that would record what was caught on a Macaira and the PCH rod.
Yeah. It actually.
You understood that?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
So I think that for sure it was a Macaira reel, and I was trying to remember. I think the rod was some like a rod that Melton builds. I'm not really sure the blank number on that, but I think that they gave him a Macaira reel and a rod for doing that, for winning that, for catching that fish. So weren't you supposed to get a hold of that guy?
Who?
The guy who caught the world record? Well,
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But then
Oh, you were in Mexico. You were in Mexico that day.
I was in Mexico on the
Yeah.
Independence.
That's right. That's right.
Right. 120 people. Man, big show tonight, Sam.
The show before the show.
We don't want to hear anything more about football.
That should be the title. The show before the show.
Show before the show. I still can change that, so I might have to do that for sure. All right, there you have it. Chris Navarro says Omar will thumb wrestle for that Zeus rod. Man, the competition is firing up.
You need to make
Just a
another
little
rod
bit time left. Send Chuck on the Venmo or the Zelle, $5 for a ticket, 5 tickets for $25. 2 rods going out of here tonight. Also a couple of dikes, and the angler are pliers.
These
oh
two,
my
right?
God.
One cup.
And 1 cup.
Yeah, the Dorado style cup.
Ooh, the
Oh,
Dorado.
the
one.
Dorado style. This is for Mac. Mac, you won this one last week. I'm going to bring that to you. So, yeah, good stuff. The Dorado style cup is going tonight. Hey, the galley cook, or chef, I should say, on board the Amigo
Lawler.
is joining us. A good friend of Doug Tilks. Jason Lawler says, Mark Sonata and I are at the Yard House. Uh-oh, that's trouble got written all over it. And we're going to leave and go out hoop netting at the Oil Island.
they're gonna
Wish
get 'em.
us luck. I saw Mark.
After that rain, they're going to get them.
I saw Mark tonight during the Danny Kadota Show.
We were fishing with them in the rain.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Last night?
Here last night, yeah.
Did you get them? Oh. After the rain, maybe.
It was
Yeah.
a slow night.
Slow night.
Well, but, hey, you know,
It comes and goes.
Chuck
You
screwed
know
it
where they're
up,
catching
man.
them?
Huh?
You know where they're catching them?
Where?
Mexico.
Yeah, full speed. Yeah. You just got to deal with the cartel, though. That's, you know, I'll pass on
Other than
one.
that, though.
Yeah, other than that, no problem. Get all you want. All right. Hey, Jason, have a great trip tonight, man. Hope you guys do well. Mark, you too. Thanks for coming in. Scott Buchert was on my speakerphone when Mark walked in, and Mark just laid into him. I loved every single minute of it, Doug. It was beautiful. Omar says, haha, for sure. Labworks over there in beautiful Australia, man. Good to see you. He says, glad football is done. Me too. Chris Navarro says, where's Limon? Yeah, why isn't Michael sitting here tonight?
over there.
Oh, he's playing on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, at least he definitely noticed it. Labworks is tight
He
lines.
noticed that he wasn't there. What else do you notice?
DZ Cool. Good evening, gentlemen. How do you
cool.
fish a waxing lure, and what saltwater species would you generally target with it? Thank you.
So
Thank
I
you.
think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he means a wax wing lure. So those are actually a lure they've discontinued from Shimano, but kind of innovative in its design. It's a lure that has very, very good side-to-side swimming action. It doesn't look like it would, you know. It doesn't follow any of the rules to what we think a lure should look like that swims that way. And now that they don't make it anymore, it's like one of the hottest lures. So as far as how to fish it, I mean, it really is kind of just a straight wind. Nothing really specific, like no jerking or nothing like that. You can maybe slow it up, speed it up, slow it down maybe a little bit. Some of the smaller or more medium sizes actually have a double hook turned up, and so they're fairly weedless. That's kind of where their claim to fame is calico fishing, is fishing in those areas down in Cedros or anywhere really. And it has the wing part of it is on the front, and the front part of it acts like a bill where it doesn't snag so much either. So that, and then the hook's turned up. So it's a lure that works pretty dang good around kelp, but even open water as well. I know guys catch tuna and things like that on them, but unfortunately it's not something that is really available anymore. You might find some stragglers out there on eBay or something like that, but if you find them, it's a pretty good lure.
All right, good stuff. 120 people watching. You know how many comments are on here, man? We're never going to get out of here
I
tonight.
don't think so.
We're here for you all night. Right, Doug? Oh, somebody wake Doug up out there, will you, please? Doug, wake up. Rob S. Or no, Chris says, good luck, Jason. We all say good luck. Rob S. says, good evening, Chris Navarro. Dad Z, Yellowtail, love them. Calicos love the smaller ones. Isaac says, good place to stock up on stickers at the Hall Show. Labworks, I like the looks of that blue one. Man, we're going to have to get you one of those, that Dorado colored one, Paul, for sure.
That's a waxwing.
Oh, there you go. Hey, who brought that out?
Ed, he
Ed.
grabbed it. We got a couple left too. I should
yeah.
have mentioned that. Yeah.
That's contributing to the show.
So we got a couple of them there, but that's what they look like.
All right, very, very cool. Let's see here. Rob wants to know how he enters the contest tonight. Rob, right here, you send Chuck either $5 or $20 or $100 or whatever you want, however many tickets you want, and then we draw at the end of the show. So there's the information right there. Just send Chuck some money. You can also text him at that number if you have a question, and he'll get right back to you, probably around midnight tonight when the contest is over. By the way, Chuck got money like for a week later after the last contest.
Really?
So, yeah, so I need to tell everybody this
They didn't
raffle
win.
is for Monday, January 27th.
That's crazy.
And about 8 o'clock tonight,
Yeah.
we're done. So we just want to make sure that you realize that so Chuck isn't sending back money all week.
Is that why we had
all
so many
night
wings
long.
last week?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I have never seen so many wings.
Yeah, we're going to have wax wings tonight.
Yeah, wax wings.
All right, very good. And Rob, if you have a question, just text Chuck at that number and he'll help you out there. Chris Navarro, Rob S., Zell or Venmo. Okay, he's answering that. Chris Navarro, Dad Z, the sardine pattern gets bonito. I've got like 20 of those lures.
He must like them.
Yeah. Yes, I would. That's a good guess. Ricardo Ortigosa. How much is it for the raffle?
$5.
Thank you. $5
5 for 20.
or 20 for 5 tickets. You got me all screwed up now. $5 for a ticket. You get 5 tickets for a $20 bill. Better hurry,
I'll
Ricardo.
take 20 for 5. If I give you $100 for it.
Yeah, really, man. Tyler Tanaka, who we miss so much because Tackle Tips with Tyler. We need to bring that back. Hello, Friedman Adventures family. Got distracted. Keep your spirits up, Phil. Be proud of your Irish. Oh, I'm totally number 2 in the country, man. The future is bright. We've got a great coach. Love it. Dezung Duong, who's another fabulous guy. Fished with him on the Apollo. So good to see you here, my friend. Hi, Phil and Sam. What do you know about the Shimano reel discount for the Tranks 400 and free line at the Bart Hall Show? Sam, what do you know?
So
I'm going to be in Mexico, so I don't know anything about it.
So at the moment, there's nothing that Shimano's put out as far as discounts that they were giving us to pass on. But typically, most of the dealers are going to be selling those reels for about $280 to $290, something like that. About a 10% off, maybe a little bit more. And to my knowledge, at this moment, that could change. I know last year it kind of changed literally like the day of the first day of the show, where they weren't going to do line, and then they decided to do line afterwards. So as of right now, to my knowledge, they're not doing line. Shimano isn't. But we will see. It's something that potentially can change from now until Thursday.
All right, very good. Great question. Danny Illustre is
back.
back. Danny, good to see you, my friend. Good evening, Phil. Sam, just checking in to say hello. That makes my night. Hope you're doing well. Thank you both for what you do in the community and fishing industry. Thank you so much. Danny, for all you do, you're an outstanding person. And as I said a moment ago, you really made our 8-day trip so much fun. Chris Navarro explaining that tickets are $5 because Sam's confusing everybody, or 5 for $20.
I think it's 20 for 5, right?
I don't know what it is, man. Oh, is that what you said?
That's what you said. You said it was 20 for 5.
What is it? Hey,
said-
call Chris Navarro. He'll
I
tell
said
you.
5 for 20. You're like, you dummy, it's 20 for 5. And I said,
Did I
don't know.
really?
Yes.
That's fantastic. I'm that loopy, huh?
Yes.
That's great. I love it, man. Yeah, really. I wish I had that excuse, man. Fish with Ish. Sup, Sam and Phil. Thanks for the help. Sam, a few days ago, I was the guy that came in looking homeless with my Talica gear and can't wait to grab the Raptor Blank to have you build it for me. Do you know this guy, Fish with Ish?
Yes.
You remember the guy?
He's the homeless guy.
I love it. Fish with Ish, thank you for being here tonight. Would love to look at that blank list, says our friend in Australia, Lab Rod Works.
Man, it's a long ways away. The shipping to be expensive, but it's some pretty dang good deals, man.
Yeah.
Pretty dang good deals, yeah.
Can we post that list on Facebook tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. There you go.
Well, I don't need it right now. I'll take a photo of it and post it later. Hey, don't cover up my computer screen. I'm talking to my friends in Mexico.
Those are 20
right
for
now.
5 for you, sir.
Very important meeting down there in Mexico. You understand? I'm not going to start reading all that crap. There's
No.
Too many
Yeah,
numbers.
you never get there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're here forever.
All right, we're going to post that tomorrow for you. Martin, Sam, do you have the Rain Shadow second blanks this year?
No, as far as I know, he hasn't told me that he's bringing any down. But once again, that was also kind of a last minute thing, and then he brought them. Now, Bill Batson's not going to come to the Long Beach show. He is going to come to the PCS show. So if there is any to be had, it won't be until then. I have some of the ones that a little bit left over from what I had last year, so it isn't a huge supply. So I might bring those down. We're going to be setting up tomorrow, and if there's room to kind of set those up, we'll go ahead and bring those on. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of these deals that we're having, it's maybe a few more bucks than some of those seconds, but the variety of blanks that you're going to have access to is pretty dang good. So we'll see what we bring, though. But we're going to bring all the best deals we can.
Yeah, heck yeah. You can be guaranteed of that. You got to drop by Sam's booth. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to do that, except Friday. I don't know. Have I told you I'm doing something on Friday? Did I mention
Yeah,
that
you're going to
to
be
you?
at the show.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess I am. All right, Martin, thank you so much. LabWorks CalStar, one of my more favorite blanks.
Yeah, I for sure think we're going to sell a bunch of those, too.
Fish with Ish, the homeless guy, says, any advice on lures I need for a day's 6 asterisk?
For a 6-day trip.
Yeah.
So, a variety of lures there. I mean, everything from your surface iron, yo-yo iron, anything that you can kind of carry there. But a 6-day trip nowadays, you're not fishing Cedros, and depending on where you end up, you're not fishing, Guadalupe Island, but you might fish up and down the coast. So if it was me, I probably would have, half a dozen or so surface iron, half a dozen or so yo-yo iron would be all you would probably really, really need. If you wanted to expand that a little bit, some of your knife jigs and things like that. I know on my trips that I think I'm going to be fishing up and down the coast, I'll take some of that stuff for fishing yellowtail. And not because it works better or nothing like that, it's just a different way to catch them. But I would say half a dozen surface iron, half a dozen yo-yo iron would do you just fine.
All right, fantastic. Please hit that like button. The raffle at the end of tonight's show, 2 custom rods from Z Custom Rods, Chuck Zimmer, and a bunch of other stuff. Here's the info. If you want to send Chuck some money and get in while there is still a chance. Cool Granddaddy Sweets, our dear friend Abe. Abe, what are you doing, man? Can't wait to fish with you this year. Hey, Sam, Phil, Michael Limon, and my hero, Mackie. He's got a thing for Mackie.
Does he?
Oh, man, he loves Mackie. Who doesn't? See you all next weekend. Yeah, we'll see you at the show, man, for sure. Paul here in Australia is Lab Rodworks. Sinister, any deals on size 300, 400 bait casting reels, deals.
For sure. Same thing like I mentioned before. Most of that stuff is at least 10% off, if not a little bit more. I know some of the other companies as well, they're giving away some stuff. I wish I had that here in front of me. I should. This is the show before the show. I know Akuma was doing something for sure. And also, I think Daiwa was doing something. They were giving some jigs or something like that in addition to a discount. So I don't think anybody's doing any free line at the show. So we'll see what that kind of brings. But for sure, we'll be doing a discount, 10 to 15%. I think we might have a few discontinued reels back there that we might bring, or older versions, I should say. They're not like they don't work or nothing like that, but we'll see what we have.
All right, Chuck is still very busy over there, so thank you very much for participating in tonight's Reefa. Danny Illustri says, hi, Eddie, Robert, Graber, good evening, Phil, Sam, and the Friedman Adventures family. Happy Tackle Shop Confession Monday evening. Wowzers. Lots of folks there. Sorry, joining late, catching up though. Thank you so much, Robert. You are the man. Tony Gonzalez wants to know any Dawa deals.
Yeah, you know what? Let me look up that email real quick, okay?
Okay.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Robert Graber, what is that beautiful coffee table or man cave book on the top shelf behind you? Robert Graber has mentioned something that is back behind. Where are you going?
Back behind.
Oh, you're getting it. Or do you want me to put Scott? You want to be on with Scott, or either way? I don't care.
No.
Then you can go run and get what. Don't you
that
have to go
deal.
get
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Scott Manson is here to tell us all about it, and then Sam will be back. Scott, my friend. Man, look at that.
Ooh, with Wayne
Beautiful.
Allen, huh?
Wayne Allen.
Oh, wow. That guy should be here too.
What's up, my friend?
Hey, thanks for
Good
having
to
me,
see you.
man.
Take a seat. Sam, are you coming back or are you staying here?
I'm leaving to Mexico.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Put this right about here.
There you go.
I'll take that. I'll eventually talk about it.
Thank
Thank
Where's
you for
Michael
having.
Limon?
Thank you for having me on, and thank you, Sam.
You gotta come hold this thing, Mike.
Yes.
I'll get it. I'll hold it up in a second. I'll hold it up in a second. No, I'll get it.
Go ahead, Scott.
Hey guys, just wanted to pop on real quick. So thank you for having me.
Pleasure.
So whereas last year, the Tatty book I didn't have in time for the PCS show, I was planning on having this book for the PCS show, but I ended up I have 107 of them, 109 of them right now, and I'm gonna have them at the Hall show this week. So for those of you that are going to the Hall show, you can get one of the first 100. So I'm stoked for you guys to see this. If you don't know anything about it, this is every surface iron company from 1952 to 1982. And everything that I know about them and everybody I interviewed. So this is the book you guys asked for. A lot of you guys are like, hey, we love the Tatty book, but why not a book about every company? And that's what this one is here. So yeah, and thank you, Robert, for asking about it. That was our little plant back there to get somebody to find this thing. So I'll be at the Hall show. This will be there with me. And the sale that I have, thank you for holding that up, is a bundle deal right now. So this book is going to sell for $89.99. The Tatty book is still $99.99. Together, that's $189. But for the show, if you buy both of them, I'm going to do it at $150. So that's the deal that I'm doing. So I hope to see all of you guys at the Hall show. I will have 100 of these. For those of you that aren't making it, I will still have 500 of these at PCS, so I'll see you guys there as well.
You know, Scott, one thing, when I looked at the Tatty book,
Yeah.
and I've looked at this, I mean, I couldn't imagine the work that you put in terms of the photography, the research that you did. That is a real
Thank you.
labor of love there for you, isn't it?
And if you liked the last one, I've shown this to like 4 or 5 people and they think this one's better. I put the same kind of attention to detail, same kind of, I did some of the same
Wow, that's
features as
beautiful.
last time. Yeah, so those are really old jigs there, and kind of end with in color, same type of thing. Still did for you guys the gold leafing on the front with the kind of canvas cover. So you guys are gonna like this one. So hope to see you guys at the Hall show. Come by and say hi.
We're not in violation of any child labor laws for another 5 minutes, so we can
Yikes.
continue.
Okay,
a little
cool.
Bit
We
longer.
can go 5
So you
minutes.
have your own booth there, right?
Yes, I have my own booth. And somebody asked me, is Joey going to be from Tatty Lures? He is going to be with me. So if you have your Tatty book and you didn't get it signed last year because you got it in the mail from me, and thank you everybody that bought the Tatty book from me, Joey's going to be with me. You can bring that other book. We'll sign it for you and talk, and you can check out the new book if you want to. So super excited and stoked for you guys to see this one.
All right, Scott. I imagine we might have a few questions a little later on the show. Can we get you back up here? if
I
we
can do it. I can hang out for sure.
All right, then we'll get Sam back
Cool.
in here.
All right.
Scott,
Thank you for having me.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Beautiful
Appreciate
book.
it. Appreciate it.
Michael Limon, good job, buddy. Boy, your grandpa's proud of you.
Sold.
Yeah.
There you are. We're selling books already here.
Tyler wants 2
The
cents.
Hall Show. Look, other people are ordering this book right now. Scott, thank you so much.
Yeah, Tyler said he'll take 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, man.
2 sets.
You're already selling them, Scott. Look at that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
There's
You
gonna be
deserve it.
there's gonna be an arm wrestle for number 1.
You know, seriously, when you look at that, you know, it's kind of like when I look at Michael Folks' stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
wow, man, you put so much work into that, you know, and this is just an amazing
Man.
job.
I mean, I know how much I've put in just to assemble 1/10 of the jigs that he's got in there.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine going through all of the process of figuring out all the history behind it. I mean, that's a lot of work, man. I mean, he's a historian by trade, but still, I mean, it's something that is not, there's not a whole lot of reference out there. You have to go out there and dig it up, literally. I mean, there's a lot out there that's just hard to get to, and he's done such a good job. So, Scott, I mean, my hat's off to you. This is something that I think
Great job.
Thank you, guys.
and like what Michael Folks says. I mean, to me, it's on that level. It's something that I think, and I think you have to have a passion for it, and it shows with him and what he's done. But for anybody who's had any part in Southern California history of sport fishing, the jig side of it is such a unique part of our legacy and our DNA that I just can't see if you're a fan of Southern California sport fishing and not having this book.
Yeah, 100%. Scott, beautiful job. And Robert Graber,
Chris
keen
wants one, too.
eye out there, man. You got more people that are
Yeah,
ordering
that's
the book
3.
already, man.
3 so far,
Congratulations.
yeah.
Keep selling them.
You know what? You deserve it.
Thank you.
Great job. All right, and if you have a question for Scott, we can entertain that with you all.
He now has, how many did you say you had?
Yeah, no, he's going to sell out.
No, coming to the show.
Oh, 100.
So he's got 97 more. You guys act fast. They're moving
In 30
quick.
seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
You can send Zell to Chuck Zimmer.
Yeah, really. Zell
Buy it
Chuck
right
Zimmer.
now.
All right, very good. Tyler Tanaka, I'm ready to order a new yo-yo rod. Fingers crossed for tonight's raffle. Just a little bit more time. If you want to get in on the raffle, there's the info. $5 for a ticket. You can win a brand new custom rod. I don't know. Doug Tilk wins this all the time, so you may be up against an insurmountable force with him. No, I'm just kidding. So a little bit more time. Is Chuck giving a deal on rod wrapping for the show if you buy a blank? Wants to know. Isaac, are you doing any rod wrapping specials?
I'm obviously not going to have a booth or anything at the show.
Yeah, but he
But if
could.
you meet up with me, we can probably
Yeah.
work something out.
You can work something out with him for
Circling
sure.
around Phil at trying to keep him out of trouble.
That's a very difficult task.
I know. I
You have
tried
like
last
Gonna
week.
try to keep
card
me
or
out of
anything
trouble.
that? We can have-
to do something.
yeah,
All
we'll
right.
figure out some way to have some kind of contact for Chuck.
Yeah.
At the booth.
Actually, you have my phone number, so give me a call.
Yeah, you know, there's his phone number right
you
there.
go.
Send him a text, Isaac, right now, and he'll make it happen. Anybody else out there? Chuck does exquisite work, and I like to keep him busy, so keeps him off the streets at night. Because Chuck on the street at night is not a pretty sight. All right, DZ, cool. Sam, will you have a booth at the Del Mar Bart Hall show, also, or just Long Beach?
So right now we're looking at only Long Beach. We've really kind of went back and forth as to like how what we were gonna do, and we've done it the last 2 years. The reason that we did it was kind of just more to try to help support Bart and bring something to that show down there. I know he was having a hard time bringing, getting dealers down there, and to be honest with you, we actually did really, really well. We sold
know
a
you
lot
did.
of stuff. So for us, it was definitely worth the expense of going down there. This year, I've looked at it and I think we would still do just as good as we have been, but I also feel like we've gotten a little bit of kind of feedback from our local customers that we were kind of closed. So because right now we're still open, I mean, we're still here today, but after today the doors are pretty much closed until Monday.
Yeah.
And even Monday, we have everything kind of like this place is kind of a wreck. It's not really something that is shoppable. So, almost for 2-3 weeks at a time, our shop is not really where it should be. And so the next show is literally a week and 2 weeks after that. So we just kind of started going back to back. And what I've, surmised is that we end up being closed for like a month and a half or something like that, essentially. And so, there's guys, yeah, granted, there isn't the busy time of year. So if you're going to be closed, this is the time of year to do it. But there's still guys who are fishing. There's still guys who come in and, need some worms or, need some top shots on the reels or maybe they need some lobster hoop and stuff or stuff like that. And my thought was that, being closed all that time, that guys just end up finding another place to go to. So, to me, I just didn't want to kind of leave our customers kind of out in the cold for just that long of a period. It's already kind of a risk doing it at all, but what we found, is if we're here, we can help them. If we're not here, we just, we're risking that, that.
Is it possible though, or definitely not?
It's really not It's really not.
Yeah,
Honestly.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. For us to do what we do there, and I think that what we do at the show is really, really at a high level, you know, and I really wouldn't want to do it if we couldn't do it at that level. And to me, you know, I would be missing out and not really do a good job if I kind of half, you know, did it half, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that on either side.
All right, fantastic. Let's see. We've got Zeno 1. Can you go over the Makaira deal one more time? You just got the back end of it.
Sure.
Can you do that, Sam, please?
So Okuma is putting this together, and so there's two things that you got to know. One is that it has to be a reel from the size 15T to a 50, which kind of covers almost all the sizes, but they do make a 10. So it doesn't cover that 10, which is the smallest size, and nothing bigger than a 50. So they're really concentrating on the reels that we use here in Southern California, which is still a lot of models, and that could be any color. And when you buy that reel at the show, you are going to get a rod at the show. It's a rail rod, and it's a really, really nice rod. It's a 7.5-foot rail rod. It's actually a rod that they kind of made specific for the show to go along with that reel, and that's totally free. Now, the one caveat is that it's while supplies last. I know that they brought in 100 of these rods for both shows. I know for sure they're not going to be around.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
In
so,
fact, I'd be surprised if they don't go before the week. I mean, I think it's possible.
yeah, it's possible
they
for
could go.
sure. You know, the reason being it's that, you know, at least for our booth, you know, we sold that rod really well. We sold that reel really well last year. For the
Without
last
this deal.
10 years, you know, without the deal. And so, to me, I feel like it's a rod that people already want. The reel for sure is a reel that they already want. And so, anybody looking to kind of get a nicer, bigger reel, there's just no better deal. That's going to be the best deal on a bigger rod and reel for the show, just price-wise, you know. So that's pretty much it. But it is while supplies last. And I know that out of that 100, they allocated a certain amount for the Long Beach show and a certain amount for the PCS show.
So if they cut that in half, then
yeah.
50 rods are going to be.
I mean, because we're not the only ones selling them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be us selling them, you know, Turner's, and then also Bob Sands. So between the three of us, I don't know, just based on what we saw last year, I would think that by, you know, Saturday morning, they're probably going to be gone, you know.
The over-under from Friedman Adventures is 3 p.m. on Friday. They're gone.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't be
You
surprised.
bet the under?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably.
There you are.
So,
gonna have to-
yeah, and I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, part of it, too, this is a promotion. It does cost them money to do this. It's not like they're, you know, getting a rod that's, you know, that's discontinued or they're just trying to get out of their inventory. This is like the real deal rod, you know, and they made this rod specifically for this promotion. It's a pretty good deal if you get it.
All right, good stuff. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm a little bit early. I know you think I'm crazy, but it's the Lunar New Year
Lunar
on
New
January the 29th. It's the year of the snake, and I want to wish all my friends in China who tune into this show. Oh, no, they don't. The commies don't let...
Really?
No.
No
Commies
YouTube?
No YouTube in China.
yeah.
But my friends in Taiwan, they can watch it, so
Do
we're
they?
good there. Yeah.
All right.
Taiwan can do it. Hong Kong, not anymore because communist China took it over. But anyway, hey, Happy New Year, everybody. January 29th, Year of the Snake. Calico, Chris, Rank. Search roll-up tool bag for jig bags. Works like a charm. Holds them tight and right. Chris Navarro, there's a 10-minute video on Phil's Friedman Adventures channel. I think on the jig bag maybe, right?
Yeah, I think that's the larger jig bag. We might have brought in the smaller one too, but you know, realistically, you know, I mean, just like with any other kind of category of jigs, I mean, very rarely are you going to have 3 or 4. You're going to have 30 or 40. And so that one from Nomad, that larger, you know, knife jig bag, that still is the best solution that I've seen. It's a very high quality bag, very sturdy, heavy duty, and it'll hold not only your jigs, but it'll hold leaders and your tools, your split ring pliers, that kind of stuff. And so I know it's not as convenient as having a few jigs in your tackle bag, but you know, for the most of us, we have way more than that. So.
All right, pushing up toward 150 viewers. Fantastic. Let's see. Current Jam wants to know, can you show the lure bag that you bring on a 2-day and over trip? Do you have that handy? Oh, it's probably all in the truck, huh?
Are you talking about the lure bag for the
I'm not talking about anything. He's
Well,
talking about it. Don't ask me.
I mean, since we're kind of getting this knife jig kind of like
Yeah.
questions, I assume it's a knife jig bag.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go grab it.
All right, Sam's going to go get that while I go into my commercial mode and remind you all we'll be on with the morning briefing tomorrow morning. Also, we have our CCA representative tomorrow with us, Jim Hendricks, and Jim's talking about the no-take on the sand bass, the possibility that that could actually occur this year. So we want to be careful about that. And Jim, we'll have a really great podcast tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. that will air. Looking forward to bringing you all that. Once again, we're running out of time, and Chuck looks bored to me over here. Actually, no, he's not bored. But if you'd like to get in on tonight's raffle and keep Chuck busy because he's going crazy over there, there's the details. 2 custom rods tonight. 2 of these beautiful dikes. This beautiful, whatever it is, tumbler. And something else. Oh, Angle R pliers from our friend David Rosenthal.
Oh, he's giving those away too?
Yes.
And look at the
Beautiful.
Spectra scissors in there.
Yeah, I love
We
it.
added the scissors this year.
This is like a new anodization too on there, huh?
It's got a new scissors pair that comes with it.
So nice.
Oh, sorry.
Let me tell you, no
Sorry,
problem.
Waxwing.
Sam De La Torre.
Shoo! So,
Oh, you're going out there. Give my first-hand look. I love it.
this has a lot of jigs. It weighs a lot. So, kind of being, like I said, it holds a plier there, that split ring plier, but I got probably 25 jigs in here, 20 jigs in there. And man, this is heavy. But it also, this little pocket out here, you got all your leaders, split rings, assist hooks, all that kind of stuff. So this is the one from Nomad. It's their jig bag. This is, we're gonna have a few at the show. You know what? I just realized yesterday that I didn't order any extras. So whatever we had here in the store, we're gonna take and give those at a discount. So I got like 6 or 7 over there. And
Oh, that's going to go fast,
that's gonna go
too.
pretty fast too. Yeah.
Over under on that is 3 p.m. on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, great. So many people watching. Hit that like button. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. And Ken Trenholm, who fishes with us on a lot of our charters, another great guy. Hello, Friedman Adventures family. I'm hoping to get up to the show this year. That would be great. Phil, mom says hello. I met his lovely mom down at the Bart Hall Del Mar show, standing next to your booth.
Oh, okay.
And it was really nice to meet her. And I send you all my very best, both you and Ken. Thank you so very much. Rifes, rods, and broads. Those are the guys over there.
Rifles.
Yeah, that's JoJo. Hey, JoJo. Really good to see you. Not too early to mention Redondo Rod and Gun Club Surf Fishing Tournament coming up in May. Ask Chuck of Z Custom Rods for the exact dates. You know what the dates are, Chuck?
I wrote it down at the club.
He wrote it down at the club.
It
That
is on the book. I will send something to Phil.
Send it to me and I'll mention on the morning briefing. And then the next one of these things we do, are we doing? Yeah. Are
Monday?
we doing this when you get
Heck
out
yeah.
of the show? Okay.
Shoo!
Woo!
Before
Wait a
and
minute.
after.
Yeah.
Sam's going to look 30 years older.
Wait a minute. I think I'm in Mexico that day.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So there you are, JoJo. We'll do that. Chris Navarro with us, $10 super chat. I don't know if I mentioned this, but when you send the super chats, man, you win the raffle every single time.
Every time.
Every time. And if 100 of you send in super chats,
They all win.
well, we'll come up with some way to make sure you guys like cut the rod in 100 different pieces.
Well, he's gonna.
Do the super chat for the raffle tickets, or is that
No, he's just being a cool guy.
Yeah.
It's because Sam and I are
It's for
so
wings, right?
so
Tipping
wonderful.
the scale. Tipping the scale.
Sam, I am.
here's an extra 10. You know?
Will Seeker and Fuji or whoever distributes their guides have booths at the show? That gets read with great enthusiasm, and you better have a really great answer. $10 super chat.
So, Chris, we distribute their guides, and so we will have a booth at the show. But I don't think that Fuji will be there, and actually, I'm not really sure if Seeker will be there. They just came from the ISE show, so I don't know if they're ready for another show right away. But as far as you know, I mean, we'll be there, and we'll have all that stuff there for you to check out there, Chris.
Fantastic. You know, Sam, there's at least another 30.
I know.
Woohoo! What a show! Pushing up toward 150 people. The
time's that
raffle
wind place close?
at the end of the show tonight. We're enjoying this, man.
Yeah.
We are
When I
loving
came
it.
out, they were closed.
No, they're not.
Screw this on here.
Really? You mean closed like permanently?
Oh my
Lights
goodness.
were off.
Oh, the wing place is closed? What are we going to do? Doug!
We might have to send somebody over there just to verify.
Oh my God, Chuck.
All right.
Omar!
Becky's on it. We're going.
Oh yeah, look at this, man.
on it.
Here's,
See you later.
yeah, really. These guys are on it. There's a rumor going on that the wing place next door is closed, so there's a panic setting in here on the
everything's
show.
okay.
We're yeah, me too.
Maybe Lunar New Year's.
Maybe they got
Out of
a.
their seats.
Hey Dan, they got a cat loose over there. Can you handle that?
Yeah. Shut them down. They ran
right.
out of wings.
Inside jokes. If you've been watching Tackle Shop Confessions for a long time, you'll know that a cat got in the ladies' nail salon over
Nail
there.
salon,
And
yeah.
we dispatched Dan over there with a broom, and he took care of everything. Omar Hernandez says Lake Poway Youth Fishing Derby. I think it's this weekend, right?
Is it?
I'm so screwed up now. But yes, Omar will be there. I think it's Saturday or Sunday. You can, of course,
Cool.
check out the Lake Poway. And it's free fishing for the kids from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. They have an award ceremony and a free hot dog lunch.
Good deal,
How
Omar.
can you beat that? Let me tell you. Johnny Gnomes. Johnny, good to see you. I think I saw you in the morning briefing this morning. Hello, Friedman Adventures family from the HTC crew. Good luck to everyone, but I want to win. Johnny's
Yeah.
all over it. Chuck, can you make that happen? No, right?
Send extra money.
You got to send a super chat, man, Johnny, if you want that to happen. Sniper Gene. Hey, Sniper, good to see you, my friend. Sam, are you having sales on the United Composite rods at the Bart Hall show?
So yeah, we are doing 15% off on their rail rods and 25% off on everything else, whether it's their RCEs, RUS, RGPs, and also their blanks. So all the blanks, even the railrod blanks are going to be 25% off. So everything from UC, 25% off, except for their built factory railrods. We just don't have that many of them, and those would be 15% off, but everything else 25% off. Probably our best deal that we've had on those.
All right, Joey Murphy. Did the Old Glory get a bluefin on their trip? And if so, what was it caught on? They did get a bluefin tuna. I have no idea what they caught it on. It was a nighttime fish, so I'm guessing it was a night, some kind of a knife jig or something like that at night. But the exact model, we don't know.
Maybe it was a waxwing.
Maybe it was a waxwing. Michael Limo, what is the verdict on the SoCal wings? Are they open or not?
They're not.
They are not
I
open.
told you they were dark.
Whoa, they're dark.
Bird flu.
100, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen the price of eggs lately? This is out of control. Cerrado, huh?
All right, so we need to order some.
Yeah, I've got it right now. What are you talking about? I got
Go to the
bird
doghouse.
flu
We'll
right
go to the
now.
doghouse.
Doghouse. They've got wings.
They got wings.
Yeah, they're good too.
Yeah.
Doghouse. 151 people tuning into our great show tonight. The raffle at the end of the show. Still time for you to get tickets. What a show we've got going tonight. Back to Australia we go. Chris Navarro Fuji is distributed by Anglers Resource. Harry Frisbee Jr. Y'all give it up. The Z custom rod is all Harry's tonight. Harry, what can I say,
That's
man?
Santa
Best
Claus.
of luck.
Actually, you know him. It's Santa Claus.
It is?
That's Santa Claus, yeah.
Santa Claus, the guy I tried to scare.
Oh,
You heard
Chuck,
that
you're going to
story,
do this
right?
every week, man. It's pretty crazy.
I was hiding behind a bush to scare the hell out of this guy over at his club, and his kid tipped him off.
Yep, I
My
heard.
kids would have screwed me. Man, nice kid you got there, Harry. Unique one. What can I target for SoCal surf fishing at nighttime? What lures, bait would you recommend? Depends upon when you're fishing, number one, Unique, but we've caught some of our biggest yellowfin croaker at night. Giant ones, grunion runs, man, we do that.
Yeah.
You catch all kinds of sharks.
You
if
could.
You're into that.
Yeah, yeah.
What
So,
else, Sam?
some of your bait fishing at night, like you said, shark fishing. A lot of guys who do that leopard shark fishing, they do it at night. But one thing to remember when you're surf fishing, you're not really fishing in the dark in the same way that you would think, like maybe other kinds of fishing. That water is pretty shallow, so a lot of light is still going to penetrate. Even moonlight will penetrate. So some of the same lures that you would use in the daytime, your lucky crabs, crocodiles, things like that, they'll catch fish at night too. And so I definitely would try whatever you use in the day at night. White swim baits, Kitex, things like that. And it's going to be the same as the day where you're going to be kind of maybe fishing around the tides and things like that. It's probably going to be a bigger factor than whether or not it's light out or not.
Great questions tonight. Thank you. Hit that like button, everybody. Back to Chris Navarro, and he says, thanks, 2501.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah, 2501, that
Do
guy.
you agree?
Yeah, I mean, gee, 2501.
2501,
How can you
I
go
mean,
wrong?
I've
You
been
know.
fishing a long time, and 2501 is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no doubt about
Once they
it.
went past like 2300, I mean, it was just it was soaring.
You know, before it was 2459.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a great one, too.
Yep,
But 2501, Doug. Whoa! Labworks. Mudhole is also a great place to find composites.
Components.
Components.
Yes, yes.
That 2501 threw me, let me tell you. Spencer Yang, how do I target white sea bass from boat this time of year? 30 to 60 feet around structures. Spencer wants to know how he wants to catch a
How
sea
do you
bass,
catch
man.
a sea bass?
Well, I would have some squid. I'd get some live squid.
Maybe fish on that that charter boat with what's his name?
The ghost.
The ghost. Yeah.
With, what is his name? Sean. Sean, yeah. We're starting to get goofy here, aren't
I
we?
know.
You load the thing, and I've done, this is my 5th podcast today. So, yeah, Spencer, live squid's a good way to get it done. I would fish, definitely. If you had some tube bait, that always works really well. Structure, that's a good way to do it. Kelp lines are good. Sea bass kind of hang out on that full moon, like about 3-4 days before the full can be a really good time. You get right on the full. Sometimes they don't bite, and then you go on the backside of the full. You can also catch some white sea bass. So that is another one. Chris Navarro says, hit that like button. We could not agree with you more. When do they have raffle? Fish Donkey wants to know. Fish Donkey, you came to the right place. We have raffle at the end of tonight's show. There's the info if you want to get in while there is still time. Chris Navarro says, I got dibs on that wax wing.
It's all yours, Chris. Come on down.
Tell them the wing place is closed.
The wax wing.
Oh, the wax wing. Sorry. Raul Almaraz. Raul, good to see you, man. Phil, Sam, good evening. Sam, do you have any of the new Makairas?
Well, we have the Mahi Makaira, which is not really a new reel. It is a different colorway that they put together, kind of a limited run. So we do have a full selection of those, and they made those from the 15T all the way up to, I don't know, like an 80 or something like that. So we actually are going to have an 80 at the show. We're not going to have a bunch of them, but so we'll have one of our reel cases. It's going to be all these Mahi reels on the bottom there, and pretty cool showing. So we'll have all of those at the show. Those are same price as the regular Makairas plus $100. So it's $100 premium for that Mahi color. It's a pretty cool color. I mean, it's a bright color, kind of like this cup here.
Yeah.
But real unique if you like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right, Raul, thank you so much. Fish Donkey says, is the new Talica worth it?
It is worth it. I mean, it's the same price as the old one, so I definitely would say if you're looking to buy a Talica, the new one's nice. You know, there's kind of a bunch of questions as to like worth it. Would it be maybe like if you already have a Talica, should I get rid of that one and buy the new one? The bigger changes came really in the 20 and 25, the larger sizes. They put in a low gear. They changed the handle on them a little bit. So I would say that those are the two in which I would consider the change to be definitely well worth it. The other two sizes that those are available right now, the 12 and the 16, they do feel a little bit smoother. I know they put in a little bit different drag system that it should, work a little bit better. But, the old ones, the drag worked pretty dang good. So it's kind of hard to say that they're that much better on that part of the reel. But definitely on the 20 and 25, guys are buying those, because they already have a little bit lower gear and the handles are a little bit bigger. So, for me, I like whatever the newest model is. And if it's a little bit smoother, I generally will opt for that. So personally myself, I am going to be selling my older Talicas and getting the newer ones myself. So, but it's something that is marginal on the smaller sizes and more of a for sure on the larger sizes.
All right, Fish Donkey, great question. Dale Grauberger wants to know where his wife can get one of these tumbler cups. They're so beautiful. Do me a favor, Dale, that Zelle number you see there, send my friend
$40.
Z-Man, the Zimmerman, the guy that has no idea when his surf fishing derby is, man.
Coming up soon, man.
Coming up soon. Send him a text and we'll figure that out with you all. Chuck, we have to have a business meeting immediately. Yes. So yeah, send Chuck a text, and he'll take care of you. He'll take good care of you. All right, Tyler Tanaka knows that when you do a super chat, man, you got the raffle in your back pocket. Wing money for Doug Tilk, $10, and animal crackers for Ed. Oh, he knows something about Ed that I. No treats though until he limits out on yellowtail on the iron. You understand that, Ed? There you are. Oh, he's bummed, man. He wanted to have some animal crackers tonight. Good stuff. Tyler, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Quintin Trachia. I just sent 20 just now. Fingers crossed. You got Quintin in there? He does. He's shaking his head yes, I think. He's got you in there.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Tyler Tanaka. Sam, is that a special edition Tatty History of Jigs book behind you? That is a super rare and incredible book. Yes, Tyler, I'm sure by now you know what is going on. What? Oh, that is not a Tatty.
Not a Tatty.
Oh, please, come up here. Sorry. No, I screwed that up. Almost screwed it up.
I don't know how late
Here,
the
I-
comments are versus
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I saw that. So.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see this, can I hold it?
Yeah.
Is that a way to do it?
Of course.
Do it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys didn't get me earlier, this is my new book. So this is volume 2. It's like 295 pages, a history of Southern California surface iron. So it's every company from Southern California from 1952 to 1982. I do a little prehistory also on it, talk about bone jigs that came first, some spoons and things like that. But this is the book. I will be at the Hall show. I'll have a booth there, so come find me and come grab one of these books.
Is Wayne going to be there anytime?
So I haven't talked to Wayne about the Hall show, but Wayne's going to be at PCS. So if you know Wayne Allen, who's an awesome history guy, a lot of the
Yes.
jigs in this book are his. His collection of magazines and Western Outdoor News is what helped me to write this. So he's got an unbelievable collection. He right now is going to be at PCS with me on Thursday and Saturday to sign books. Maybe I'll get him to come over to one day of the Hall show and sign
He's
some
like
books
living
as well.
history, that guy.
He is living history.
Yeah.
We're running out of some of these guys that know about this stuff, which is why the thing Michael Folks did, some of these history projects are important that we get this stuff done now before they go. So thank you for the question.
Very good. Thank you so much. Excellent stuff. Question from Chuck Zimmer.
I got books in the car.
Bring one in. I'm gonna buy one.
Oh, Chuck Zimmer's buying a book.
Or I'm gonna buy one from you and we'll put it on the table to raffle off.
Oh, wow. Gee whiz.
Jeez.
Another one. This guy is out
Did
of
you hear that?
control.
So for the guys that didn't hear, because
Yes.
he's off mic,
Go ahead.
Chuck, that's pretty awesome, man. I might buy some raffle tickets. So he just offered to buy that book, put it in tonight's raffle. Wow, that's pretty awesome.
There
man.
you are. Hey, you
So,
could win that book
Man,
tonight.
that is pretty cool.
Buy extra tickets while there's still time.
That is pretty cool.
We're never going to get out of here tonight.
I think so. This
Man, I'm loving this show tonight. I have
Wowzers.
so much energy. This
That's
is
awesome,
good.
Chuck.
Chuck,
That is
we love you.
freaking cool,
I
man.
just bought a bunch of raffle tickets. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Chuck Zimmer's buying raffle tickets at this point. This is too much, man.
Oh,
There's so
man.
many great prizes tonight. We've got rods.
you
Doug
go.
Tilk, wake up. And now we're going to have a Tatty. No, it's not the Tatty book. It's the,
No,
what is it called?
history right there.
Yeah, where?
That's right there. So it's more of a history of surface iron. So all the
That's
other
right.
brands and stuff that's not around anymore. So yeah.
There you are, folks. Hey, who advertises a raffle and then adds to it in the middle of the raffle? Man, I
Phil
love it.
Friedman does.
Custom
Phil
rods.
Frieman.
Z Custom
Z's
Rods.
Custom Rods. All right, very good. So we'll have that for you here in a moment. Raffles at the end of tonight's show. So stay tuned, my friends. Let's see. Tyler Tanaka. No, I'm sorry. Tyler, I totally want to read that book too. Cal, hey, Sam and Phil, just checking in to let you know I'm still alive. Cal Huerta.
come on down.
It's about time, Cal. I've been sending you messages for a while, getting worried about you. Good to hear from you, my friend. AKA the Sack. Isaac, Sam, got a good deal on a rain shadow. There we go. Adding to our raffle
Woo-wee.
this beautiful book. Thank you so much,
Get all this
Scott.
other junk out of here.
Yeah, really, man.
Pause off of that thing.
Man. And Chuck, I'm going to let you decide the order that this stuff gets raffled off. So,
Wowzers.
all right, there we go. That's in the raffle also tonight. Wow. What a night this has turned into.
Raffle is loaded.
Isaac says, Sam got a good deal on a rain shadow RCTB 76 SXH 50 to 130 pound. Would it pair well with an Abbott HX Raptor?
Isaac, that'd be an awesome pairing there. Yeah, that rod is probably one of our more popular heavy rods. It's blanks, I should say. So, it's a rain shadow product, and it's one of the better selling ones because it's a really good price, and it just kind of is perfect for our local fishing. I know a lot of the landings down in San Diego use that same blank for their rental rods, and they perform really, really well. So yeah, you'd be really, really good with that reel to put on that rod.
And I do apologize for coughing tonight in the mic. That is for sure. Scott Buchert, how to catch a wahoo.
Yeah, how to kill a mockingbird, how to catch a wahoo.
Scott Buchert, hi Philip and Sam. Philip, he's very
he's got you
formal
first
with me tonight, huh?
Oh,
2 L's or 1? How many are in there?
it's got 2.
Yeah. You misspelled my name, Scott. It's 1 L.
Oh no, it is 1.
Oh, it is 1. Oh, now I got to be nice though. Rob S. 47 is going after the Coastal Commission. Great news.
I hope so, man.
47. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Who is
President.
it? Donald Trump.
Yeah.
How to catch albacore? Are they real or just a unicorn fish? Chris Noel wants to know. They're real.
They're
I will
very
discuss that with my friend Jim Hendricks tomorrow morning.
Maybe you should
7
just go at all costs this year, travel the world to catch an albacore.
Me?
Yes, you.
You don't have to travel that far. You just got to go up Northern Cal, man.
Well, it sounds like it's an easy task.
Glenn
Set the trip.
Del Mendo. I love Glenn. I wear his shirt all the time. Good evening, Sam and Phil. Great hearing from you guys as usual. Look forward to seeing you guys at the Bard Hall Show. We'll see you there. Tyler
Glenn.
Tanaka says,
Good job.
take my money.
That's it.
Wayne Berg says, see you at the Fred Hall Show.
Oh, Wayne, he's a super cool dude. So he makes some parts at his house for the rod building machines. Some pretty cool stuff. We use a lot of it on our machine. So really cool, Wayne. That's really, really cool. Hopefully we'll see you down there.
Wayne, introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you. It
Really,
sounds
really good
great.
guy.
Any friend of Sam's is a friend of mine. Chris Navarro, sold.
Sold.
I think on that 4201 thing.
It could have been.
What was it?
2501.
25. Was it? Yeah.
1622.
Gabriel T, great question. Which building?
The main one.
It is in the main one?
Yeah.
It's in the main one, Gabriel.
The big one.
The big main one. Because there's a little main one and then there's a big main one.
Yeah, the little main one. I don't.
That's
think
out, right?
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
We'll be in the big one.
The big main. Tyler Tanaka, amazing. I'm so excited about those books. Woo. Yes. And we owe the Z-Man, the Zimmerman, Z, World War Z. I love it. Rob S. on 8-day, is there a good possibility we'll be heading to Alijos Rocks? And what lures should I bring? You could go to the rocks on an 8-day.
For
we
sure.
went on our 8-day.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, in November.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
not a guarantee, but for sure that's usually one of the targets. You know, depending on what time of year is going to really determine what kind of lures. I mean, definitely going to take some yo-yo jigs for the yellowtail there maybe. But later in the year, I would say any time past July, you're going to be looking at targeting wahoo as well. So you get into some bombs and raiders and things like that. Even your trolling jigs, like some of the ones that I'm going to be selling at a good deal for that kind of stuff. So really depends on the time of year. But for sure, I'd say yo-yo jigs no matter what time you go. And in late summer, early fall, you start getting into the wahoo. You take some wahoo stuff.
All right, very good. David Jimenez, did I miss the drawing? I just sent my money. No, David.
Yeah, we just made it better.
Yeah, we just made it better. Chuck Zimmer made it better. 150 people watching. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you being here. Island Fishing Tqckle in the beautiful city of Carson, California. Are you open tomorrow here?
No.
Okay.
No, we're going to be all down there, all hands on deck,
All right.
setting up the show.
All right, perfect. Make sure you drop by and see Sam at the Hall Show in Long Beach. Starts Thursday, my dear friend. So really looking good. Drawings at the end of the show. Bostondan. For nighttime bluefin tuna fishing, what size Makai rope would you recommend, Sam?
Huh? Oh, sorry.
I know. Getting lost in the book?
Yeah, I did. So we're for nighttime tuna fishing.
Yeah.
You know, probably the most common reel is guys are going to be using is that 16 Makai. It'll hold about 500 yards of 100, 600 yards of 80, something like that. And I would say that's probably the most common one. Some guys do like the 20. they could put a little bit more line or a little bit bigger line on it. But I would say 9 times out of 10 that 16 is going to be the one that is going to fit you the best.
All right, very good. Glenn DeMundo just sent $20 in for the drawing. Glenn,
Get him, Glenn.
good luck. Santa Claus, Harry Frisbee Jr. Any deals for scouts doing a fishing merit badge?
Sure. I mean, I'm not sure what I can do to help you out with that, but yeah, let me know. We'll help you accomplish that. I don't know if the merit badges usually is kind of some type of task of some sort.
Yeah.
So whatever we can do to help with that, we're more than happy to.
Tony Russo says, what is the size difference between the MK20 and, say, an Abbott HXW?
So the 20 is going to be a little bit a taller profile. I'll go grab those right now. We can kind of look at them a little closer.
All right, while Scott Buchert asked the question.
It is.
Is it a PCH rod?
Boom.
Yeah, damn right it's a PCH rod, Scott. We don't have anything but the finest. Chuck, when you wrap a rod, it's always Scott wants to know, is it a PCH rod, right? It is.
Boom.
Yeah, right? Yeah, he says definitely it's a PCH rod.
No,
I don't even know what the hell a PCH, do you know what it is?
it's a style of rod, or it's a,
No, it's that Akuma rod that they're giving away.
Oh, it's the Cooper rod. No, I
yes.
don't know, Scott. So, no, it's not.
absolutely, bring it to me, Scott. and I'll
Yes,
wrap it for
he'll
you.
wrap it for you, Scott. No question. Peter Slonsky says, boom, and the Nomad bag. And Sam De La Torre is back with what? I don't know, because I'm starting to lose it.
So this is that HX wide Raptor, and this is the Makaira 20. As you can see, actually the spools aren't that big, but if you look at the side profile, you'll see the Makaira is just a little bit taller. One of the biggest things about the Makaira is that it's kind of more your full-size reel, kind of like an international or something like that. I believe it has some gearing that's a little lower than the Avid, and so it's going to give you a little bit more power. Probably has a little bit bigger drag, but that HX wide has proven itself over the years as a really, really nice big fish reel. I know that Mr. Martinez there, he got that 300-pounder on that thing.
Joe Martinez.
And a lot of guys, even on the long-range boats, use these reels and do really, really well. I think that one of the guys is out there right now on an Avid-sponsored 16-day trip, and they're catching those big fish on the Indy, I believe. And so, yeah, those reels are really, really good. It's kind of just a lighter weight version of a big reel, but it's still, in my opinion, a small reel. It doesn't have the same heat dissipation and maybe not handle like a big yellowfin that might run a little bit longer. I think it'll hold. The 20 might hold a little bit more line than that HX wide, but they're pretty dang close.
All right, Carlos Sanchez wants to know, or first of all, he says, what's up, fellas? Carlos, thanks for being here, my friend. Happy New Year. Are you guys going to have tungsten lures for tuna?
That's a good thing. We actually almost forgot them. So we did get some in from Jigpara. They're the 180-gram jigs. I know that they are working on some 220-gram jigs, and there's a few other companies that have some other larger jigs, but that 180 is the largest that they currently have. Also for PCS, I think Daiwa did a special order and imported some of those TG bait jigs, which was also a 180-gram jig. So this first show, we only got about, I'd say 50 or 60 jigs I see over there. And so I think those are going to sell pretty fast. We're going to be having a deal on those. And then at the PCS show, I think you'll see a few more jigs available there too.
All right, fantastic. Carlos, thank you so much. Ron Washington says, I got to win one of those Rad Z custom rods. Oh, my God. Chuck Zimmer, you have gone from obscurity to just taking over the custom rod business so fast, man. Way to go. All right. Carlos Sanchez says, at the show. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Wayne Berg, and you can add Paige. Wayne Berg says you can add Paige.
You can add it, yeah.
I think it's in the main building.
Yeah.
Are you going to add Paige in the main building?
That's probably where I would add it. If I was going to add it, yeah.
Or you could do 2501.
2501. We're way past that already.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, Wayne. Yeah, go ahead.
So that is the tungsten jig there from. It's pretty heavy, So the whole idea, the reason he's asking about it is that the tungsten material is heavier than lead. So what that does is it allows you to use a smaller profile jig, and get down at the same speed as you would, per se, a 220 or 250 gram jig. because it's a more compact jig, it'll get down faster. And so that's the whole deal with that. And I know that at times, last year, it was kind of a hot jig. Definitely guys were asking about it. We're going to have it.
Tim Marquez says, I don't need any more gear, but you guys are making me really want to go to the show. All right, that's what we're trying to do here,
Tim's
man.
got
We
some
want to
gear
see you
for
there,
sure.
Tim.
Come on down, Tim.
Peter Slonsky. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah. Oh, perfect.
Or
Thank
ooh,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for helping me. No, I think ooh, ah is better. David Rosenthal. They are a specialty coating, but not anodized.
Oh.
The pliers are stainless.
There it is. The specialty coating.
Oh, you're going to break into it. We have another 50 more comments. You realize that?
Oh, get on it.
Oh, no, take your time. We're in no rush here.
So yeah, normally it's a stainless color. This is kind of the, whatever you said, the coating. Kind of cool. You get that, and also nice leather sheath. The sheath is actually really nice. And it looks like now he said he's throwing in
Darn. Some Spectra.
Spectra scissors.
Spectra scissors. That is
You're-
cool. David Rosenthal is one of the nicest guys I fished.
Ready to
with.
rig.
We were on this Mahi trip on the Amigo, man, and that was a lot of fun.
What kind of trip?
Catching Dorado or Mahi or whatever you want to call them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long were you in Florida?
Yeah, really. Too long, right? Mahi. All right. Very nice. Very nice demonstration there, my friend. Jorge Bocanegra says, hey, Phil, I'm in for $20.
Get him.
Good luck. Suerte, Jorge. P&S Hornjack in the beautiful state of Utah.
He's in for 100.
Sorry, mate, to the party. Sorry, late to the party. Just bought some raffle tickets
he
from
did.
Chuck. Hopefully, he got them.
What's the name?
P&S Hornjack.
Hornjack.
Yeah, Hardjack I got.
You got
Hornjack's
it.
in.
Patrick, you're in.
That guy always wins.
Angel Garcia. Will Sam have the honey tip 100J mag?
Angel, I don't know. I have a couple that I've been kind of holding back here because I wasn't really sure, how long it'd be before I was going to get some more, or possibly even maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't want to say it, but almost maybe never get some more. It was kind of tough over there, but I'm pretty confident now that that's going to be something that I'll be able to get in the future. So I might let go of a few of the ones that I was kind of holding back on. But as of now, I don't have a big stack of them or nothing like that. And I don't want to promise anything. We didn't put them in the truck today, but we'll see how the setup goes and whether you might be able to talk me out of one. I don't know.
All right, this is going to be so exciting. The raffle is tonight, January 27th. So in case you're listening to this in a subsequent day, it's January 27th in just, probably around midnight tonight. No, just kidding. As soon as we get through the questions and finish the show, then we're going to move into that part. Richie Rich, I'm in for $20. Smash that like button. Thank you, Rich. Really appreciate that. Peter Slonsky, question, is Buchert going to make an appearance? He will not at the Long Beach show.
No. Perhaps
the Del Mar show, though. Scott, if you're out there, people want to know if you're going to make an appearance so they can plan the day you're not going to be there. Chris Navarro, the cat episode. I love the cat episode with Dan Lightfoot. That was a heroic one. I'll have to run that one of these days again. I'll just tag it on. Current Jam, if you have time and already didn't cover it, can you go over the sizes for a Kuma deal and what size you recommend for X size fish?
Like X size?
So, you would recommend this reel for a 100-pound fish, this reel for a 150-pound fish.
So on the deal, that's any reel, a Macaira reel from a 15T to a 50. So on the 15T, I would consider that a great 50, 60-pound reel, maybe even 80-pound reel. It'll hold 400 yards to 500 yards of 80-pound, depending on what kind you put on. And so it has plenty of capacity. A lot of guys are going to use that reel for like 60 or 80-pound test. And that reel has all the capability for 100 to 150-pound tuna, no problem. That 16 and 20 is going to be more of your big fish reel, something that you're targeting, 200-pounders and such like that. That 30, some guys will use for trolling. It does hold a lot of line. Very similar to the 20, just a wider version of it, kind of like the one we were showing there, but it's a wider version. So if you're trolling, sometimes you just want a little bit extra line. That 50 is your big fish reel. Like if you're going on a 15-day trip or something like that, and we're going to be fishing like a big bait, either a skipjack or mackerel or something like that, that'd be the reel I would want in my hands. Or if you're going to maybe do some kite fishing, that 30 would also work, but I would probably prefer the 50 for some kite fishing. So it's not really a size thing, probably more of an application. I think that 16 and 20, it'd probably be all you really need if you're, let's say, fly line fishing a sardine, and for like a 200 pounder, you do just fine with that 16. But in other applications, you might want a little bit bigger reel.
All right, there you have it. Current Jam, great question. Thanks for asking. Raffle coming up at the end of the show. David Jimenez, Friedman Adventures family member, knows what that bluefin was caught on the Old Glory. It was caught on a white bucktail.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Are you buying that?
No.
Oh, I know, but David's being funny, man. I like it, David. Good job. Sniper Gene. Sam, bring some UCJ Rex rods to Bard Hall, and I'll see you on Friday if you do.
Well, I'll bring them on Thursday. We'll see if they're there on Friday. We'll have to
Ooh,
see, yeah.
Sniper Gene, you better get out there.
See you there.
Yeah.
Don't screw around. Red Pill. Good evening, gents. Sam, I'm planning on getting a Talica 12 at the Bard Hall show. Are you having any sales on Shimano?
Sure are, yeah. Typically that Shimano stuff you don't really see advertised, at a discount, hardly ever. So I think on some of those 12s we have the old one and the new one. I'd have to look again at what we put in the truck, but we definitely have the new ones, and so we definitely will be having those there at a discount.
All right. Tim Marquez says he's in the raffle, man. He's in.
Get in on it.
And Steve Bermudez with a great idea. You guys should save the raffle for after the Hall show and sell the tickets at Hall at Sam's booth to give people more of an opportunity at the raffle. That is a great idea. Steve says we should postpone the raffle and do it at your booth. Yeah, all you people out there who we promised we would have the raffle tonight, Steve's come up with this great idea. Screw you. You're screwed. We lied to you.
Don't you have Steve's number? You should post it up so they can call him.
What are you talking about, Steve? Why don't we do another raffle at Sam's booth during the Fred Hall show? In addition to this one, because we promised our loyal fans out there that we're doing it tonight.
I know.
Yeah, really. That's a good idea. Oh, my God. Hey, Steve, thank you for the great advice, but I think we'll pass on that one. Can't wait to hit the show this year, says Sinister. We love it. Scott Bucher, Dan, the wing place need you to help them with a cat and a mouse. Yes, Peter Slonsky loves Bucher. Gio Alva, what's good jigging rod to marry the Oshia? I'm starting to get really giddy now.
4,000.
4,000 reel. And will you have any specials on spiral rods? Gio, great question. Sam, what's the answer?
So as far as a jigging rod, so there's a few different models. If you're looking specifically for one that's spiral wrapped, I think I have some of the 310 RodWorks models there, maybe like a Zeus 3 or something like that, but in spiral wrap. We will also have some of the Phoenix rods there as well. But here's actually one here, actually one of the ones that's going to end up at the show. This is actually the American Tackle Blank, a 5810. Ooh, pretty close there.
Oh, 5810.
And so here's one of Darren's here. Really nice one here. This is going to be
310 RodWorks.
actually almost perfect for that CXJ 6004.
Darren Dohe.
Also spiral wrapped. So definitely you're going to have some available there, and all going to be at a pretty good discount.
There you have it, Gio Camargo numero uno. Hello to the best Monday night duo in the business, Sam. Oh, man. Sam, will you have any UC swim bait fanatic, specifically the 7-foot 11-inch heavy, 25 to 60 pounds at the show?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly every single item we got, but if we had it here at the shop before the show, it's going to the show.
All right, very good. Scott Bucher, hey, Chuck, you know you're screwed when Scott starts picking on you. Hey, when is the surf fishing event? Scott wants to know.
Find out here in the next 5 minutes.
Rocket Dog says, hi, guys. Hey, Rocket Dog, good to see you. Danny Wade from H&M Landing, he has a big jig fisherman.
So what he might
Scott
be
Bucher
kind of
says.
alluding to is he's part of a group of guys that are making another jig, a CNC jig. I think they're calling it the Big Jig. So they have a couple of jigs. I think we took some and put them on the jig rack. I don't remember, but pretty nice jig.
All right, very good. Hey, Ren has a great idea, Scott. He says you should sign this book tonight.
Oh, there
Done
you go.
deal. Ren.
What number is that
Whoa.
book?
2501.
2501.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it's in the main building, 2501.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, you look like you're starting to lose it. Have you been writing raffle tickets nonstop?
He's got like a whole 2 pages.
Oh my God.
It's incredible.
I know. Oh my God. Are you doing something or can I read another question? Was there a question that
Go
we're
ahead.
trying to answer?
No.
I can't
I'm just
remember.
enjoying the book.
All right, Scott Bucher. No, you were going to say something about Danny Wade.
I did already.
Oh, I missed it. Frank Applegate. Hey, Phil, I'm listening to you from a rehab center.
Wow.
When I went out on the Amigo on the 11th lobster trip and broke the 7th disc in my back and no lobster, no abyss or albies? No albies, yeah. Frank, get better, my friend. I'm so sorry to hear that. Chris Navarro just bought $20 for raffle tickets for Michael Limon.
We got Michael down?
Chris,
That's
you
I
are
know.
such a good
So
person.
his name for the raffle tonight is Elmer Fudd.
Michael Limon?
Michael Limon.
Elmer Fudd. All right, hey Elmer.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Captain
All right.
Chris, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for the tickets, Chris.
There you are, from the young man that you helped out. Thank you, Michael. That is very nice of you to do that.
$20 worth?
Rob S. wants to know if he's in the conquest. Yeah, $20.
Okay.
Rob S. wants to know if he's in the contest.
Rob S. It's going to be a while. I'll be right back with you.
What's that now?
Consolation prizes.
5 Friedman Adventure hats.
Where'd you find those?
Consolation prizes
Those
tonight.
ones that were in the dumpster?
We threw those away a week ago.
Now, wait a minute. Are you going to give these out like first or what?
We'll pair them with...
Thank you so much, Doug.
We'll pair it with...
Yeah. There you go. We'll pair these with something. We'll figure this out.
Scott?
You're going to have the...
Hey, Scott, in this killer jig here, did you ever find one that was like that big?
There is a small one in there.
It's not in here? Is it in here?
I think that if you turn the page.
I'm in here right now.
Rob S. wants to know if he's in the contest.
I'm looking.
He's looking right now. Raffle tickets, Willie. Raffle tickets are $5.
I don't see it.
5 tickets for $20. Right there, while you still have time.
Maybe it's this little
Hurry,
white one.
Willie, hurry.
What's his full name? Because Rob S. might be Robert.
That's the only one that I have one of, only.
Robert who?
There's a small one like
Might
that
be
big.
Robert Stewie, but Rob S.
Is it Robert Stewie? Are you Robert Stewie, Rob S? Yes, there you go.
Return, or, send me a text message, let me know.
All right, we're spiraling out of control here on the Friedman Adventures Tackle Show Confession Show tonight. This is a great show, man. Are you?
Huh?
Now you're reading a book. You're not even into this anymore.
Captivated.
What the hell, Sam? Come on.
This is freaking
Your
cool.
loyal fans are out there.
Huh?
Yeah, really. All right, Willie Kim, I answered your question, right? $5.
Oh, man, look at that.
Jaime Fernandez Jr. says, hola amigos, saludos del norte de California. Bendiciones, Jaime. Thank you so much for tuning in. He's tuning in from Northern California. What an audience we have here tonight. It is really great to have you all with us. Hit that like button. We really appreciate it when you do that. Thank you so very, very much for everything. All right. I got screwed up here for a second. Here we are. Chris Navarro. Okay, Chris. Rocket Dog just sent my dough in for the raffle. Thank you so much. Pokey Dad Fishes. Do you have the new Berkeley forward braid?
I don't. I think that's a braid that they make for those forward-facing sonar things, so freshwater thing. I don't have that braid. No, I don't.
Isaac wants to know how accurate are the manufacturer's estimate for what line capacity, or does it depend on brands of line?
Yeah, so definitely they vary. Most of them are pretty close, but you're right. And as the reels get bigger, that difference is going to be even more. You get a reel that might claim that it gets 700 yards or something. It might only get 500 yards or something. So it is kind of tough to use that as a guide. So yeah, I mean, if there's a reel specifically that you want to know for, I can probably tell you what it's going to take of a popular line. But most of them are pretty good, but they are going to be a little bit off sometimes.
Mac Daddy can't wait to get his tumbler from the last raffle. Thanks, Phil and Chuck. Looking forward to the show. See you there. There it is, right there, Mac. That's yours, and I'm taking it home tonight. So we'll have to meet up for breakfast or something, and I will present it to you at that time. Tim Marquez loves those Makairas. Willie Kim says, thank you. Just did $20. Good luck, everybody. Nice guy, Willie.
Oh.
Wishing everybody luck. Chris says, good luck. Willie, Joel Shimuzu.
Shimizu, yeah.
Hey, Joel, good to see you here. Do you think if I microwave sardines and put the juice on my jigs, it will help? Why not?
It can't hurt.
Yeah. You know, I haven't had sardines for a while. He makes me want to go home and open a can of
man.
sardines tonight. I'm going to have to do that. Hey, Dan, have you had them lately? No. We need to have some Deans, man. Thank you, Joel. Jorge Bocanegra. So if it's on the table, it's a raffle prize, right? I'm talking about the reels.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam?
No. Sorry.
He's not froggy tonight.
Yeah.
Doug Tilk says, Tyler,
Especially
what
since we're not getting any wings tonight.
Taddy book would you like? I'll pick one up on opening day of the Hall Show.
That sounds great.
What are you doing over there?
Huh?
Oh, Tyler. Oh, Tyler.
Yeah.
You made, okay, there you are, Tyler. Doug's going to get you one. You're going to the opening day? Okay, perfect. We'll be there too.
He wants the original book, or
I don't know. He'll have to answer us. He'll do that. And if not, I'll send him a text.
does he want both of them?
Yeah, we can get you both. Tyler, just
wants
let
the
us
bundle.
know. He wants them all. He wants 13 of each one.
Perfect.
Where are we now? Tyler. Taddy Lures is in the chat. Woot. Cool Granddaddy Sweets. That's Abe. Sam, can you or Tyler give a how to cast a conventional for dummies, old men, and disabled fishermen? Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Yes, Abe wants to know. We can do that, Sam, can't we?
Well, I don't know. That's going to be something that we can do in one sitting. It does take a little bit of time. It's kind of like driving stick. You know, you just can't read a book or watch a video and then go do it. So we can give you some pointers for sure. If you wanted to come down to the shop, we can help you out a little bit. But a video on how to cast, that's a tough one. I haven't really seen anybody that's been able to, make that into like something that's digestible in 15 minutes type of thing.
Well, we'll have to give that a try.
A lot of casting like on now with the jig companies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the things too, Scott mentioned, they're having like a lot of meetups, that's probably going to be your best way to maybe go somewhere and have a hands-on thing. A video may not be the best way to kind of really address that, but
Come down here, Abe,
Phil
and we'll
said he's
film
gonna
you
try.
with Sam.
yeah, Phil
Yeah.
said he's going to try.
Yeah. Carnivore diet, man. Meetups. I love it. Meetups. Yeah. All right. Tyler Tanaka. Doug, thank you so much. I sent Sam a text to have him save them for me until I get back. We'll let you know if help is needed. There you are. Any word on the CalStar deal?
Yeah, I think I had mentioned that earlier. I don't have a set price on everything. He did give me kind of a little sneak peek on some of the things he was working on. As of right now, we really haven't landed on an exact number, like percentage-wise, but it's going to be in the range of like 25%, if not a little bit more, for the show, discounted from what it was last year.
All right. Chuck, how you doing over there? Do you need a few more raffle tickets?
Bring it on.
All right. Keep them coming. We're going to have to cut this off like at about 8:10 or so, I think. We'll see. I don't know how many more comments we have here, but we're getting close to the end. If you want in the raffle, there it is, everybody. Lots of great stuff tonight. Thanks to Doug Tilk adding to it now, and Z-Man, and man, it's just out of control. Great stuff. Thank you for being here, everybody, and hit that like button. Chris Navarro is the one who just said that. Cal said, I just put my name in the hat. Cal, good luck to you. Scott Buchern, Delmar.
Shoo!
Woohoo, Scotty!
Del Mar's where it's at.
100%, dude. Chris Navarro. Phil, looking at the paper on your computer, what's Venmo? Oh, you put Venmo? V-E-M-O?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Kinda.
Yeah, we screwed that one up.
I don't know.
Have you got any Venmo?
We're hoping people can figure
so
it out.
I think guys
Chris.
figured it out.
Yeah, we're hoping.
We're good.
David Alcantar. Z
Zemo.
screwed that up.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
But I can wrap a rod.
Worked late, but just made it in time for the raffle. David Alcantar.
Yes, I have.
Yes, he has you in there. And Scott Buchert says, and maybe PCS.
And maybe that's when he's going to be there at Del Mar and maybe PCS.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he was. Yeah, we figured it out.
All right. Ricky B. I got a iRod Caimana
Kaimana.
8 foot 1 inch, medium heavy, and I'm looking for a reel to pair it with. I'm looking to use it for halibut and spotted bay bass. Any recommendations?
So probably the most popular reel for that guy there is going to be either like a Tranx 200, maybe a 300, but that Tranx 200 is a pretty popular reel for that rod. But in that 300, you're going to also have the option of going to like a Alexa, so you have a couple there as well. And also in the Daiwa, they have a 200 size inshore coastal. They have it, so that'd probably be where I'd be looking at for that.
All right, raffle coming up shortly here. Everybody stay tuned to see these great prizes that we'll be getting up. Steve Bermuda says, yeah, screw Steve. Do the raffle tonight. Steve's talking to himself now, making rhetorical comments. Tyler Tanaka says, great show tonight, boys. Awesome info, knowledge, and surprises. Yeah, lots of surprises tonight. The only thing that would make this show better if Scott Buchert walked through that door right now. That would be awesome. He says, let these guys go to dinner. Raffle time. Oh, hey, we're having fun here. Halibut Man Mitchell, what a score. Woo! Woo! You are so darn right. Chris Navarro says, you are so very welcome, Michael. So he said, thank you very much, Chris Navarro. I want a hat. Chris, we're just going to put one. Can we put a hat aside for Chris? He's been doing all these super chats. Yeah, you got it. We're going to put a hat aside for you right now. What's Venmo? It's on the paper next to Phil's computer. And he said $10 to rub it in your face, Chuck. So you get a hat for that, man. Z-Man, World War Z. Yes, a great zombie movie. If you're looking for a good zombie movie, I don't like zombie movies. That is one. There it is. You want to show that right there? The Scott Buchert photo. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Scott. What do you think about that? Doug Tilk is on it. David Jimenez, I have to hit the road again. Let me know if I won, Phil. David, best of luck to you. Thank you so much for being here. Sean Sarkisian. Sean, great to see you, my friend. Been way too long. Hello, Phil Salmon, the Friedman Adventures family. Can't wait until this weekend and the good times. Hope all is amazing and tight lines. Thank you so much. Whoops. Let me get back here now one more time. Boy, you're just reading the book there. That blue Zeus needs a forever home, and I'm willing to adopt it, said Chris Navarro. Beautiful. All right, hit the like button and subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Over 140 people watching, 146 as I see right now. Scott Buchert says 540 Slingers Club.
So they put on some of those meetups.
They do.
Yeah, so follow them on Facebook, probably Instagram as well. But those guys
That is
do a
Jeff
really
Yeomans.
Jeff Yeomans and Danny Jimenez.
Yep.
They put together some pretty good meetups, and so if you want to check that out.
All right, you should do that. And Scott Buchert with a nice tip for a change. That was nice, Scott. Very good. Current Jam says, cool, Granddaddy. There's a bunch of reels now that have a control feature to help with casting. Jorge Bocanegra. Phil, are you running charter trips? Is there a place to go to see them? Just send me a text, Jorge. I'll send you the list. I know I've fallen behind on that a little bit while I was sick, everybody. But I'm sending those lists out to you who have requested them here in the coming days. Starting to push up toward 150 people watching. Thank you so much, Abraham Esparza. What's the best place to get my 2 Daiwa Lexus serviced? Well, I can tell you that. It would be right here. Can I drop them off anywhere at the show? Abraham wants to know, Sam.
I mean, you can give them to us at the show, bring them down. We actually have guys do that all the time. We're not doing them there specifically, but if you don't want to walk around with them at the show, you can bring them to the shop anytime. But if it's something that you just want to bring to the show, that's something you can do and drop them off there. But you're gonna have to pick them up here afterwards. So that'd probably be where I would do that. But either way, if you're already going to the show, and you just kind of want to leave them with somebody, you can leave them with us.
All right, very good. Let's see. GE83. What CalStar rod or Seeker rod do you recommend for yellowtail and atún?
That's a long list there, yeah. So yellowtail fishing, if you're talking about, they probably have between the two, I would say 80 or 90 models that would cover a yellowtail or a tuna. And so it really depends on the application, whether you're dip fishing, bait fishing, what size line you're going to use. Big fish or small fish, especially tuna, it can be anything from 12-pound test to 130-pound test. So unfortunately, that's just not a question that we can really kind of delve into with any great certainty. So I would say is if you have a chance, come down to the show, and maybe if you have a trip that you're going to go on, and we can kind of maybe talk about rods that you would use for that length of trip and maybe the size of fish you would encounter or something like that. We can help you out a little bit better.
Greg Sharedown has breaking news about the Hall Show and the Island Fishing Tqckle booth. Hello, Phil and Sam. Good evening. Hooter Girls going to be at Sam's booth this year. Woo! Well, why didn't you announce that first of all?
It says are the. He's
I
asking.
misread that.
And then there's a question mark. That's the little squiggly thing with the point at the bottom.
All right.
Yeah.
I got carried away.
Yes, you did.
So answer the question.
They will not be there. Sorry.
Oh, why not?
Why not? I don't know why not.
George Alvarez, Gio Alba, says he's in for the raffle. 5 tickets, please. George, I hope you sent that to this guy because I'm doing a show right now. So if you did, Sam, whatever his name over there is, the Z-Man, Chuck, he'll get you in for sure. So good luck to you, George. Hope you do well. Chris Navarro says, thank you, Phil. Chris, you're the man. Thank you so very much. R. Trovar sent for 5 spots. I'm guessing you're in the raffle there. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Pando56, what are the rules for the raffle? 1 prize per person. Winner gets to pick the prize. No, we will announce when we draw a ticket who gets what raffle prize, and you can get multiple wins, right, Chuck? There's no reason why you can't win multiple.
The more you buy, the more
prizes.
you win.
Yeah, you can win all 5 prizes, the same guy. But so when we draw a ticket, I'm going to say this is for the tumbler. This is for the rod. This is for Scott Buchert. Whatever it is, we will do it that way. Those are the rules, as silly and as simplistic as they are, because I'm making it up as we go along. Israel de la Cruz says, Phil and Sam, I know it's a little early, but will you guys be attending the Day at the Docks this year? Do you do Day at the Docks? You don't, do you?
I don't. I've done it before in the past.
Yeah.
But you're not really planning on having a booth there. There's a chance I might go down there and kind of walk around, check it out.
I'll be doing that for sure.
Yeah.
With the kids, because they do a lot of things for the kids.
Yeah.
With the dock fishing.
Yeah. Chuck makes a good point too. It's a really nice family event, something you could take your kids down to. I know some of the boats will kind of have like an open house type
lot
of
of
thing
the
where you can go
boats,
check
yeah.
them out. And many times they'll kind of have a big like a net or whatever with some mackerel in
Crowder,
there.
yeah.
Little crowder with some mackerel. And they have a kids fishing thing. I don't think they charge for that. I think you just kind of walk up like the trout pond. So kind of a cool deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Navarro, absolutely. Tackle Shop Confessions next Monday. Absolutely. How about putting a once-a-month gathering together with a speaker and raffle? It can be a fundraising platform. Jorge, you're reading my mind.
Already in the plans.
Yeah, there you go. We're already planning it.
It'll be right after the surf fishing tournament, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right
Yeah.
next
Right
day.
dead middle of it.
Yeah.
You know, I did that live stream when I watched the Penn State Notre Dame game, and I like that venue in Seal Beach. It might be too far for guys from around here. We'll have to figure it out. That's what we'll have to do. We may have to get 2 locations, one that's good for Orange County people, and then one that's good for over in this neck of the woods. But yeah, definitely, we're working on that. I'm going to talk to my my Z-Man here. We got all kinds of stuff to chat about. So great stuff. Absolutely, we are on that for sure. Joel Shimuzo is back. Brian Wynn puts on in-person casting clinics, both on land and the water.
He does. And you know, he's going to be doing seminars at the show. I don't know if it's going to be specifically casting seminars. I know he's doing some jigging stuff. and also some general fishing knowledge, tips and tricks type of thing. But I would say hit him up at the show and see what his schedule is for the year. I mean, he does. Gosh, it seems like it's 30, 40 seminars a year. Seems like.
Yeah, Brian does, and he does.
He's busy.
He's great too.
Yeah, they're really.
Yeah, he's come to our clubs before and given a whole thing.
He's fantastic. Look Brian up at the show. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate that. Willie Kim. Why hasn't everyone hit the like button? We should have at least 146 likes. I couldn't agree with you more. Sam and I are going to break into tears. Thanks, Current Jam. But my problem is more on the timing. Cool Granddaddy Sweet says about casting. We'll get you all taken care of. Ken will do the service. Scott Bugert trying to cut you out of the action here.
Let's do
Send
it,
people
man.
down to Ken. Thank you,
Is it-
Scott.
yeah,
Sam thinks you're a real little dork. No Hooters girls? Chris Navarro says?
Ken's a good guy, man.
Ken
you're-
is a good guy.
If you're in his neighborhood, that's where I would take it. He's probably the premier reel service guy up and down the state, at least Southern California. for
Man,
sure.
Sam bailed you out, Scott. I would never have done that if I were him, man. He's a nice guy. Halibut man. Hey, Chuck, how are the new rules coming along for this year's tournament? You have new surf fishing rules.
The same exact rules.
Same exact
last
rules
year. So
as last year.
Exactly the same, yeah.
Same ones.
Same price, same lunch,
Same price, same lunch,
celebration at the end.
same exact rules. The big celebration at the end where I win another reel this year. Yeah. 2 years in a row. That's not at the surf. Is that where I won those things?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There'll be some custom rods there, so
Oh, there'll be custom rods. It's gonna be a great celebration, and we will be promoting it on Friedman Adventures. So stay tuned for that. Isaac wants to know, have to have a spot for us Inland Empire guys also. So we're
You
gonna
should,
have to
yeah. Go
find
out
me
there.
one.
Yeah.
Find me one, Isaac. Let me know.
Well, you were
And-
doing that thing out at Bass Pro, right?
Yeah, is it close to Mexico?
Huh?
I should do one in Mexico.
Yeah, you should.
Why not, TJ, man?
Inland Empire, and then
Then TJ right after
I
that.
guess, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Alrighty.
Look it up, Isaac. Jack
Thought I
Sepulveda.
was distracted.
Hello, Phil and Sam. Let's get that raffle going, says Jack Sepulveda.
I know it's
We're
time.
working on it.
a 10-minute shut off.
10-minute shut off, ladies and gentlemen.
A few more tickets are available. They're going fast.
Yes.
We're down to like 12 tickets left.
Are you caught up?
About there. Yeah.
Okay.
We're down to 12 tickets left, guys. We've got 288 tickets sold. You guys going to sell 300 tickets?
I have no
It's
idea what
12
we
more
have.
to go, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, please get your
50.
ticket purchases in. We're getting ready to do this, thank God.
How many tickets? 553 tickets sold. 558 tickets sold.
Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
Wow.
I was wrong. We had to sell 600 tickets. So we're almost there,
Yeah.
guys.
Whoa. I don't know what to say.
It was
gonna
the
get a
book.
haircut
it was
tomorrow.
it was the book.
Must be those hats.
It
must
was
be
the book.
Teddy Lure
It's the hats that
book.
did
It's
it.
the Teddy Lure book.
It's that.
jig-
It's not the Taddy
No,
Lure
it
book.
erupted when that landed on the table.
Yeah.
There you are, man.
This is a good deal.
Wow. This is incredible.
What's your favorite page there, Sam?
There's one that caught my eye because I gave that jig to Randy, and it's in there. And I was looking it up. I was distracted. I was looking up the picture that I sent Randy. It says, "Hey, you want this jig, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll take it." And it's in there.
Yeah, so the collection that's in there.
Nobody can hear you.
Oh, I don't know if it's. Oh, you have to have a mic over there.
The other thing that I'm kind of like liking here is some of the pictures and some of the ads that I just remember as a kid seeing in the magazines. I'm like, I've seen that before. You know, like for instance, that Joe Fisher ad right there. I remember seeing that one.
Yep.
You know, that was kind of cool. So
Yeah, so and thank
like
you to
that.
Western Outdoor News who let me go through their archives, and I went all through their 50s, 60s, 70s, and into the early 80s. So all the advertisements from all that stuff is in the book, and and everybody that let me use those images. So so Paramount, Paramount's one of my favorite lure companies. I don't think they were that collectible
No,
until
no.
recently,
Yeah.
and surfaceiron.com, they collect them, and I did too because there's a scooter. My name's Scott. In fact, if you turn the page one, there's me fit one more the other way. If you want to
Yes,
hold that one
that's
up.
right, that's right.
I actually took some Paramount jigs down to Cedros, and there I am fishing with a Paramount scooter. So, but the Paramount collection is a really cool kind of thing. Yep, that's the one right there, the butterfly.
Yeah, that's
it's in
cool.
the book. So the collection of the book, whose jigs they are, Wayne Allen is the historian on the book. Dave Pfeiffer, I have almost all of his jigs in the book. SurfaceIron.com, which is Randy Penny, all of his are in the book. And then there's a sprinkling of about 5-6 guys who also loaned me some jigs for the book as well. So, thank you to everybody that let me borrow those jigs.
I was looking at the Starman side of it, which, they still make that jig.
Mm-hmm.
But a time ago, and I don't remember which one it was, but there was a time and Wayne Allen was buying those and picking them up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so he knew I was into jigs, and so he wanted to see what I had, and he got a couple from me. So now I feel like, oh man, I mean, just the fact that I was able to somehow contribute to his curiosity, I'm like, I almost feel like honored, that he got one of my jigs somehow,
And I'm sure they're in the book.
Maybe,
so,
I don't know.
Most of the jigs in the book, jig companies, they get 1 to 2 pages. Some of the big companies like Salas and Starman and things like that, Schnabel, they get 10 to 20 pages.
Yep.
So I let Wayne Allen design the Starman section because that is his baby. He knows everything about when this hook was switched over to this hook and when they started flipping the hook and all that kind of stuff. And when he handed me the rough draft for that section, it was over 30 pages. And I'm like, Wayne, I can't do 30 pages on the Starman section. So I cut it down to 20, and we kind of battled over, but he ended up liking the edits that I made. So the Starman section's one of the biggest, but that's also because it's Wayne Allen's, that's his favorite jig. And if you ever look at his collection, he has almost every single one in every single color and every single hook side and all that.
Yep. That's so awesome.
That's one of my favorite pages right there.
That's just like one of those ideas that there was a company called House of Jigs. That was a tackle shop too, wasn't it? At one point.
I don't know if it's a tackle shop. It's by Epperson Aluminum, and nobody knows that. That's in one of the ads. But to me, House of Jigs is one of the most collectible jigs that's out there, and nobody knows that every single one is a copy of another jig. So to me, like, how did one of our most collectible jigs, like all their jigs are just copied, and I put the key in there so you can tell, like, the Explorer is this. So the key is one of my favorite things I did, and I did that for a few different companies, including those killer jigs.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is awesome.
Cool.
All right, thank you so much, Scott. Excellent stuff. All right, back to our questions. Glenn Delmando. Dang, Sam, Hooter Girls won't be at your booth. No worries, we'll still go to the show on Thursday.
Glenn, that's right. I heard they're going to be at his booth at the PCS show. Don was telling me about how excited you were about having them at your booth.
Me?
No, at Glenn's booth.
Oh.
Because he has that.
Is he really going to have them?
That's what I heard. I mean, that's what Don told me.
Yeah.
His good buddy Don. I mean, maybe they're still working out the details, but maybe Glenn might want
We used to actually have the Hooter Girls over
yes.
there. Yeah, and Scott Bucher. Actually, I got a funny photo of him with a Hooters girl. Omar Hernandez, you guys make me want to take off work and go spend too much money at the Hall show.
Do it.
Great deals going on. Love it. Scott Bucher. That's all he did at the show at the Reel service the whole time. 5 minutes, and we're cutting the raffle off, everybody. And then we're going to draw here. Scott Bucher.
Read quick.
Halibut Man, I meant rulers. Dang, autocorrect. Did you get new rulers?
Same rulers. The little tape measure.
We have vinyl rulers this year.
Vinyl rulers this year.
Vinyl rulers.
Beautiful. You ought to see these things, Mitchell. Did you leave it out in the car? Because I saw that ruler. It was beautiful. He's looking at me like I'm nuts.
How's your problem, man?
I haven't seen him, Mitchell, but I'm
Guys,
sure
got 5 more
I trust
minutes.
him.
Buy your tickets. Get this book here. Pretty awesome. I'm just thumbing through it. And I can't believe how much is in there.
Show. It's such a great book and a great show and a great co-host. And Doug Tilk is still awake. Barely. Just barely awake.
Where are we going to get dinner?
All right. Don't forget the 8:05, guys. I guess that's for the meetings that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing meetings 24 hours a day now.
Yeah.
Cesar Valdivia, perdón. Cesar. Muy buenas noches, hermano. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, and in the morning briefing, I don't remember you saying how much the raffle entry is. $5. 5 tickets for $20. 3 more minutes to get in. Cesar, hurry. Right there. The Venmo or Venmo.
The Vimo.
The Vimo is right there. Good luck if you get in. I guess the IE and TJ are basically the same thing, says David Alcantar.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Rob S. Do we need to expand to the IR? Can be an envoy.
Alrighty.
Yes, some good Chinese food in TJ, so I hear, says Current Jam. Mexicali has really good stuff. Geo Alba. There goes my charger of winning. Chances of winning.
Chances.
Chris Navarro. Wait a minute, where are we now?
Says, what's the story?
Oh my God,
on
I'm
the
losing.
cover.
What's the story on the irons on the cover?
On this cover here?
Yes.
All right. Oh, it says the Black Robins, huh?
Yeah, well, no, they're not all Black Robins.
Ah.
I can give it. Okay.
Great question. And this was something I looked at a lot, which jigs to put on the cover, all that kind of stuff. So one of them is a bartender, this one right here. You have a Black Robin right here. And this is an explorer. So to me, like 3 of the classic companies, from a bartender to a Black Robin, which is one of my favorite companies that made lures. They made some really cool ones. But then the House of Jigs Explorer is probably one of the most famous collectible jigs. And what I did on this one, since you can't see the name on the front, I put them on the back, and you can see all their names on the back. So the same 3 jigs that are on the front are on the back. So good question about why I designed it that way.
Rocket Dog wants to know if the book comes with any killer jigs.
Yeah, you know, Joey from Tatty Lures and I were testing some jigs, and we were thinking about it, but we just didn't kind of do it in time. So this year, just the book. But stay tuned for book 3. It's almost done already. So yeah, so that's why book 3's in my brain right now. So it's like I got to go back and like see what I wrote in book 2. But I think there'll be something coming with book 3. So hang on to that question.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much, Scott. And great questions, ladies and gentlemen. Ruben just got 5 tickets. Cesar just got $20 worth. Best of luck to you. Almost out of time, everybody, for the raffle. Hurry. And you guys should have added some tuna jigs to the raffle. Laughing out loud.
Next month.
Yeah,
Maybe
next
next
month.
month, yeah.
When we come back, we'll be back again. Scott Buchert, San Diego
10 more
Tackle
tickets left. Hurry
Trainer
up.
has old jigs. Fish Guy. Bongos Girls.
Oh,
Man,
remember
there's a
those
guy
two,
who's been
yeah.
around for a while. Ito Balls. What is that?
Edo balls, yeah.
Ito Balls. Ito Balls says that is a bad ass book. Go get a copy. Yes. Win one tonight, man. Scott Buchert, Sam, want the book?
All right.
Sam?
Time to draw. Let's do
I
this.
think that's a question. Want the book?
I do, yes. Let's go.
Chris Navarro,
Time to
cool
draw.
book. Time to draw. Is it time to draw? Are you caught up?
All right,
Chuck
guys.
needs a little time.
Check. The time is 8:20.
The time
8:20?
is 8:20
Anything
p.m.
after 8:20 is not
Yeah.
on the raffle.
So if
Okay,
you guys,
anything after 8:20, we're done. 8:20.
it.
The date is January 27th if you're listening to this at a later time. So make sure. Philip want the book, Scott says.
Philip want the book.
Philip want the book. Yeah, me want the book, Scott. Me like the book. Me want the book and me like the book. Me want the book.
Mimi.
So this is 5
All right,
podcasts
let's
for
do
me
the raffle.
today.
How are we going to do this year?
Steve Nyes, go Buckeyes.
So give me a couple minutes. I gotta.
Great show tonight, says Isaac. Scott says the same thing, except he wants to get the hell out of here.
All right. How many do we have here? It got out of here. How many do we
Mitchell
have?
says Sam want the raffle done. What's the question? Oh, yeah, you got to figure out what are we doing here
Yeah.
now.
How many we got here?
So we're just going to pair these hats with something.
Yeah. It'll come with a hat.
How many ticks left?
Oh, so.
We're done, Chris.
Prize number 1.
Hang on, everybody. Yeah.
So
Let's draw.
explain the blank, obviously, with the handle and everything.
Well, you got to explain it. Or can you explain that?
It's- I got a bunch.
So we're giving all 3 of these away?
No, the second one belongs to Furman.
So we're giving this rod away.
Yep. The blank,
Kenneth Hasselwood, looking forward to seeing you at the show.
that is gonna be.
Omar Hernandez.
Somebody picks.
I like how the reels
All right, guys. So the
off the table. Yeah.
The grand
really.
prizes is going to be basically these two guys here. One of them, it's already done. This is jigging rod, beautiful rod, Zeus 3. This here is a TTR 6480. So same like we did last week. Nice, super nice length from Darren Dohe. And so he's already got it kind of started. All you got to do is let him know what kind of color, kind of a combination you want, and he'll wrap that up. So that'll be the two big prizes. We got the pliers. We got this tumbler. And we have this book, which actually that's kind of like the #1 prize in my opinion. And then we got these cool hats.
Nice.
Such nice hats. So we will start with.
By the way, these proceeds are going to help us send this
Oh.
stuff to Mexico. By the way,
Pliers.
Sam, I'm working. You don't remember Claudia who came in with? She's helping me get this a bunch of stuff to the fire. There was a fire in Tijuana
Yeah, I heard about
and in Primo Tapia, and so we're sending some stuff down there. This is going to help us do that. Thank you.
Chuck.
Glenn Del Mundo, Phil, for the Super Bowl Sunday morning beach fishing, do you have a suggestion for handicap parking closest to your event? Yeah, Glenn, I can help you there. You need to text me. No problem. I can help you there. Okay, I was going to buy the last tickets to start the draw. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, Z-Man.
All right, let's go.
Wait a minute now.
First guy. You ready? You ready to go, Chuck?
He's not quite ready. Hang on.
Oh, you gotta add. You still gotta add.
Stall
something.
some time here, Sam. Do something.
Doobie doobie doo.
Doobie doo. Doobie. Oh, wait a minute. There's another comment here for you. That wing place needs you, Dan, to chase the cat out for them. Yeah. There was a cat one. Well, I'm not going to retell that story. I'm sick of that
Tell
cat.
it real slow.
Yeah, really. There was a cat chasing the girls in the nail salon in circles until Dan ran over with a broom and saved the day. Is that slow enough?
Check out the shorts and Friedman Adventures.
Check out the shorts in Friedman Adventures and you'll see it. Hey, Dan, Wing Place need your help with the cat and the mice. You can help them. He's just going to keep repeating this. I'm not reading the same comment. That's Scott sending that same dumb comment over and over and over again. Omar Hernandez wants to know, did the book get signed? It did not, but it will get signed. I guarantee you that. It's going to happen here shortly. So hang on, everybody. We're almost there to the raffle. 2.5 hours in to this show. What a show it's been. You can't give away my Friedman Adventures hat. Did you put his hat aside?
I'll give you another one.
No, well, oh, did you? You got to
No,
say.
you got to be in the raffle. If you're not in the
No,
raffle, you're not winning.
he gets one.
Who?
Best tuna short update today. Oh, what is it?
That's Michael learning how to cast that.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Michael Limon learning how to cast at the Fred Hall Show. There it is. I love it. Thank you, Dan. Anthony Amalfitano. Been a long time, Anthony, since we've seen you. We're almost ready to go here. Hang on, everybody. Rich E. Rich needs that tumbler. Hey, if you want to purchase a tumbler, contact Chuck at that number. We got those Friedman Adventures tumblers out there. Thanks for a great show, guy. Thanks, Chuck, for the generosity. Chuck, thank you. Really appreciate everyone out there. And my office, Dan Lightfoot can attest to this, is full of stuff for Mexico again at 22nd Street Landing. So not only do we have a warehouse full of stuff, but we also have an office full of stuff, and we hope to get some of this down there in the next week. This will help us a great deal. Tim Marquez, the tax man, with some really nice donations for people in Mexico, and they could really use your help right now. So I'm back. I'll take the blue one, said David Jimenez. David, good to have you back with us. Chris Navarro says, hey, Dan. Glenn Delamundo, Sam's starting to pack the truck. This is going so late. Phil, can I trade you one of my Wicked Tackle Box hats for one of your Friedman Adventures hats? Sure, Glenn, just look me up when you come over for the Super Bowl Sunday surf fishing event. I should plug that right now. On Super Bowl Sunday, Dan Lightfoot, Michael Limon, and a host of others will be meeting in Surfside, California for our great surf fishing event. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, everybody, but the event is over at 9:30 and the game kicks off at 3:30. Not only will you have fresh barred perch to really impress your guests with, but you'll have a great time out there with each and every one of us. We'll see you there for that. Let's see. Willie Kim, Phil. All I heard is that we are chasing girls in shorts. My kind of fishing. I like that guy, man. Me too, Willie. My wife is not listening to this show, thank God. Tim Marquez, I have more donations ready for you, Phil. Thank you, Tim. Patrick Hornjack. Get your secretary back to work. Joel Simuso. Phil, does the tackle you donate go to kids in Mexico? Phil, does the tackle you donate? The tackle that we took in.
Yeah,
That's all
donated
going to
tackle.
Cedros. Joel, that's going to Cedros Island. We're working with Diego Nuno on the Royal Star. He took a ton of that stuff across already. And then we've got more stuff going to Cedros. But we also have clothing, medical supplies and stuff. We're going to divert some of that to the fire victims in Tijuana and down in Rosarito. And the girls, Claudia, who was here, her niece needs heart surgery, which we've raised a lot of money for. Doug Tilk really helped out there. I'm working with her because she has some connections to help get that through the border a little bit either. Raffle, says Champ. Hookup, says Isaac. Joel Shimuzo
Kids,
says kids. Yes, right. Want to donate for the kids? We would love that, Joel. That would be deeply appreciated.
Anything
Thank
that's
you.
kind of like harbor oriented, one of the things the kids down there fishing the marina and off the jetties there and off the beach. So anything like that would work like that. I know even some of the stuff that we've gotten, some of the guys have donated some kind of older, like, just bigger stuff. So we've even thought about maybe trying to sell it and then buying some some lightweight spinning outfits or something like that. But those kids fish that harbor pretty much daily.
And in terms of transparency, also some of those bigger reels we are giving to some of the commercial fishermen in Mexico that are not rolling in it, if you know what I mean, and they can't afford something like that. So we're also doing some of that. So yeah,
you ready
thank
now?
you so much.
We're ready.
Who's going to draw, you
So
or?
you're going to draw it, hand me the ticket, and I'll read the name out.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to draw it.
You're going to draw it.
People trust me, huh? Okay.
Ticket number 1.
Ticket. No, Sam, why don't you pick it?
Alrighty.
Here we
I
go.
don't think it matters who.
Here we go. Hey, wait a minute. What is this for?
Oh, so I'm sorry. This is
So we're
the
going to start off
tumbler.
with the tumbler. Okay.
Tumbler first.
The tumbler and a hat.
Tumbler and a hat.
Tumbler and a hat.
There you go.
Do I need
I'm not going to read these comments right now, everybody.
Here. I'll give you the mic.
Steve, the chicken place is closed tonight for some reason.
So tumbler and a hat goes to
That's going to be Richard Campos.
Richard.
Hey, I know Rich Campos. Rich is on the Island Spirit for the Rockfish opener.
All right, what's
The-
next?
All right, Rich, you got that.
Where's the tumbler at? Oh, there it is.
All right.
All right, set of
Wait a
dikes.
minute. Do we want to give Chuck a microphone? I'm kind of out of
Got a
this.
microphone.
Oh, okay. You want a microphone?
No.
I'm out of this
I'm
right
good.
Dikes and a hat or what?
All right, we got a pair of dikes.
There are
and a hat.
dikes. Yep.
Pair of dikes and a hat. Next one.
Dikes and a hat.
Dikes and a hat.
Well, I can talk and you can hear me. This is exciting. Here we go. And we're building to a crescendo.
Chuck, who's that?
All right, that's going to be
Dikes and a hat.
Edward Vargas.
Edward
Edward
Vargas. Congratulations, Edward. Two great winners, Rich Campos and Edward Vargas. Moving on to
Angler
another
R. Pliers. And a hat.
Angler R. Pliers.
And a hat.
Thank you so much for the great Angler R. Pliers. Try to contain yourselves, everybody.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, that's going to be Matt Tamayo.
Matt
Tamayo.
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 Tomato. Tamayo.
All right.
Matt, there you go, buddy.
All right, so this is going to be a big one.
Uh-oh. We got a big one now.
Which one do we want to do? We want to do the surface iron book, or you want to do the blank?
Is the surface iron book
Surface
last?
iron book for last.
Sam is going to make
Yep.
the call. Oh, no.
You
Okay.
make the call,
We'll
Sam.
do the future
blank.
custom rod here.
The
blank
future
here.
custom rod.
It's going to be that and a hat.
Yep.
and a hat.
Draw it up.
And a date with Steve Nyes.
Thomas Wilson.
Thomas Wilson. I don't know Thomas. Maybe I do. Thomas.
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. Thomas Wilson.
And what? Hey.
Congratulations.
Do these people contact you about all this? or
Text
what?
me, call me, doesn't matter.
Text, call,
we'll
Chuck
get,
after
we'll get
the
it all
show.
squared away.
So Thomas, you got to get a hold of him for sure.
Yeah.
Thomas Wilson. Congratulations.
Either that or you're getting a pink rod.
Yeah, really.
Here,
So we're gonna do the jigging rod now,
let's do the jigging rod and a hat.
and then the surface iron.
The jigging rod. Is this the Zeus?
This is the zoo.
This is a big one. Zeus 3.
Zeus.
Hey, Chuck, what's the value, or what is the value of that, if you had to guess?
If you had to
whatever your
custom
name
wrap a rod for somebody, it's about $5.
I'll say 500.
Yeah, $500.
is? $500.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
And a hat.
and a hat.
Phil Frieman.
It's a $400 hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a $400 hat.
Yeah.
All
And
right, guys, here.
here it is. Sam wants to get this over with. He's got a big show coming up. Sam, don't look in there. Turn
I'm
your
so
head.
sorry, whoever didn't win this.
Yeah, right.
The hat, it makes it priceless. I love Isaac.
JoJo.
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 Oh, that's JoJo. Rifle rods and broads.
Whoa, JoJo.
Yeah, that's JoJo.
JoJo from the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club. No fix going here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, there it is. Man, so many great prizes here. All right.
All right.
None of our
Here's-
in-studio
Here's the
people
big
have
one.
won. Ed
Here's
Rudolph.
the big one.
Are we doing the book now or the rod?
No,
The
this
rod
is-
that-
belongs to
Oh.
somebody
That
else.
goes
Oh,
to
we're done
Furman.
with the rods.
That goes to Furman.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I'm all screwed up. Oh, hey, wait. Show that to Furman.
Oh yeah. Could you sign that on film?
Yeah, I'll wait till whoever wins it, yeah.
Oh, we're going to sign it
Oh,
after
there you
they
go.
win
The
it.
person who wins,
Yes.
you can sign it to them.
Oh,
right
then you
on.
can put a
The
address.
name and everything on it. Yeah.
right.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you show Furman his rod? Bring that rod out
Oh,
here because
yeah.
Furman's watching
Here we
tonight.
go.
Wait a minute. Hold
Hold on,
on,
hold on.
Sam.
Are we
We-
raffling off a lunch date with Phil Frieman?
Not yet.
Here.
We're saying I don't want to hold that thing.
Okay. So yeah, here you go, Furman. This is what we
Scott,
made.
you pick the
Charlie
last
and I
one.
wrapped this for you, and he did a really good job
All right,
on it.
Scott is going to do it.
Scott's gonna
Do
pick
it,
the
do
last
it.
one.
Hand me the last ticket you got there.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
This is it for the book.
It wasn't me.
Tyler Tanaka!
Sam De La Torre.
David Alcantar.
David Alcantar. David is always
go.
on here, man. David, congratulations. I know you're watching, my friend. David Alcantar. Here we are. This is beautiful. This makes the book priceless.
One of a kind.
Congratulations. This is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the raffle portion of the show. What a great show. Thank you so much. Oh, man. David Alcantar is doing somersaults. He's so happy. Scott, thanks for being here tonight. Sam, are you done? You ran away?
I'm out of here.
All right. I guess it's up to me to say goodbye to you guys. Ed Rudolph has taken off. Everybody out there, thank you so very much for being here on this very special edition of Tackle Shop Confessions. It was a great show. Don't forget to visit, of course, this guy. Hey, get that microphone, Z.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And say, man, you made this all possible.
Yeah,
thank you so
very
much.
much.
Talking to that thing.
So please get a hold of me for all this.
The microphone.
Is that what this little thing is?
Yes.
All right, so please get a hold of me. We got to get your prizes and everything to you. Always and forever. I belong to Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club.
Darn it.
And come by. We meet every Thursday night. If you need any custom rod stuff, please give me a call, text, whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, thank you guys for everybody who participated tonight. It's been a hell of a show, man.
It's been a great show. Thank you all for purchasing raffle tickets
Fantastic.
tonight and helping us to help others. We really appreciate everything. And Chuck,
Thanks again.
man, when I ran into you 3 years ago or whenever it was, that was a great day for me.
I should have ran
away.
away. I should have ran.
There's still time.
There's still. No, I'm stuck now.
Thanks,
again.
everybody.
See you guys.
God bless. We'll see you soon.